Let's get it. Everybody come in, find a seat, find your Zoom box in a space where it should be. We are here and we're going to get this thing jumped off this evening. Trust. As everybody's flowing in, as the energy is flowing in, we're going to start the night like this. Now let us rise and fly away to bright Harlem and the Caribbean Sea. Blow your trumpets, bang your drums. Come, sweet people, dream with me. Juneteenth Rhapsody, Langston Hughes. Welcome, welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Oh, yes. Welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, that's right, the legendary New Eureka Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Happy Juneteenth. This is episode 79. And you know what we do, because we've been doing this and doing this and doing this well every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. And if you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe. We are going to show you this evening. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/contribute. Every dollar counts and is truly, truly appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. That cat's all the way dope, all the way up in the BX. Love that dude, man. Always holding it down. Can't thank you enough for holding it down when I was absent. Also, the one and only Matty Ice. Listen, Matthew Model Keen, shout out Storm Lake in the building. This cat's all kinds of incredible. Appreciate you for holding it down, for hosting. Amazing night, man. Appreciate you. Make sure you are plugging in with Matthew Marroquin. This is where you can find me, Elemental.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemental.com. So many things going on. Got a promotion for y'all this evening. Make sure you stay tuned. Coming up soon. All right. Tonight's theme is Juneteenth, baby. We talking about liberation. All right. If you haven't done your history on Juneteenth, make sure you do. All right. It is a significant part of American history and a significant turn in Black culture in America. So make sure you do your research. That's what we're dealing with tonight. If your artwork is not on theme, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all the incredible artwork that you have to share with us this evening. Next week's theme, it's Estival Solstice. It's the new sun, right? Summer solstice is coming, folks, right? It has not yet become officially summer, I don't think. However, it's coming, right? And the new sun is coming. So, with all the things in the world that the sun does to all of us and all the things in the world, it is coming. So bring your bright artwork, bring your warmth. We're going to do some things, all right? However, that is the last. Next week is the last week in June, right? Here is a look at what July is going to look like, folks. Oh, yeah. I know there's some things on here that you're like, what does that mean? Check it out, folks. Do your research. Do your research so we can get down in July, all right? Let's get to the house rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. Have your artwork ready. As you're coming to the stage, I will let folks know who is coming up. Make sure you have your artwork ready so we can get to the artistry. All right, we have a full list this evening. Plus, there will be people on the good luck round. All right, so have your artwork ready, excuse me, so we can get through the artist. And of course, excuse me, and you have 3 minutes to rock, plus a 30-second intro to let the world know how they can connect with you and all the things you do. Make sure you are changing your Zoom name to coincide with all the things that you do and how the world can connect with you. We have reached the time of night where the sensitive ears should be gone to bed by now because there are explicit lyricists in our community and they may bring about some triggering flashbacks. However, the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship, other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute and get the boot all the way from the BX or all the way from Jersey, baby. Trust. Don't test the system. Right? This is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hath been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all that energy, all that exuberance. Don't worry about the noise. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. All right? So keep in mind that we are on a time frame. All right? Make sure you get your comments in there, but don't give it an epic critique, all right? Please make sure you are allowing your colleagues to hear your voice, but keep it tight and concise. Again, we have a full list this evening, and we want to hear everyone's voice, all right? The guaranteed list tonight is closed. The signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to newyourekan.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need an artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list. And as I said, they won't populate until 24 hours before the show. However, if the guaranteed list tickets, the artist RSVP tickets, are not sold out in Thursday or on Wednesday, please make sure you are checking in on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. All right. If there are still tickets available, we will make sure that the the RSVP stays open so you can grab your ticket. All right. Tonight's list. Are you ready? Are you ready for these incredible artists to share their incredible work? I don't know if you are, but here we are. Let's do it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Let me tell you how much I missed y'all, right? Forgive me for my absence, right? Bars in the building. Shout out No Filter. We got down at So Fry. Let me tell you. Shout out Bars. Whisper Poet in the building. Sam Hardy, I see you. Daughter of Krypton here. Tiffany Haiti. It is so good to see you. It's been too long. Ike is here. Douglas Kayla is here. The most eloquent writer in the world is here. And he's going to do some amazing things this evening. I am absolutely sure of it. So, let's get to it, folks. I'm posting the list in the chat right now. And let's jump it off, right? It is great to see everyone, right? For those of you who may not have known, I was absent last week because I was competing in the Southern Fried Poetry Competition. Something totally different, folks. Really, something truly broke. But Nick Austin is going to show y'all what it is, for real. His group pieces with No Filter, bananas. Bananas. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, outlaws in the building. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Coming up first this evening, and I love when this dude sets us off. I've told y'all many, many times before, his artwork has a way of sticking to your bones. He is Mr. Chicken Soup. And you're about to find out why. Like, I love this dude's poetry so much. The one and only Alan Gary is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Alan, always great to see you, sir. Please set it off this evening.
Thank you, and welcome back, Elemental. My friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Well, tonight's theme, Juneteenth, and I hope everybody has a wonderful one. We are all in it together. We are one when we work together. I'd like to present two short story pieces about being an ally and thus becoming a better person. First one, it's called Hank. Rock and roll history and I became friends over a 3-day period several years ago in Silver Springs, Maryland. More specifically, Hank Ballard, legendary singer, songwriter, musician, and I hung out and got to know each other there. My job was in record promotions. We were at a music industry convention. Hank was being honored for his contribution to the music industry, and it was a very special time for me. For 3 days in a small city right outside Washington, D.C., I promoted records to secure international distribution, to move units, as they used to say. My first day, I struck gold, not in making a deal, but rather bumping into a super cool, dapper-looking gentleman who was also happy to be there. Only he had been everywhere and happy. Hank Ballard was part of the Moonlighters in the 1950s, a seminal rock and roll band who influenced everybody. They were so hot that they were banned on a number of radio stations for their allegedly suggestive lyrics. But they got kids to listen to their music, to dance to their sounds, and also buy their 45 RPM records. Kids of all colors and backgrounds all over the place. Well, he also wrote the classic song The Twist by Chubby Checker, and it was made famous around the world. Hank went on to be inducted into a bunch of music hall of fames, including the R&B and rock and roll ones. Although his music has been loved by millions, Hank has faced discrimination in his career, such as separate living quarters on the road, yet he had endured and thrived, and with a positive attitude. And of course, let me just say, may my brother rest in peace. He passed several years ago. Well, I experienced a height of graciousness and gratitude during the time I spent with my new friend Hank. The convention culminated with an awards ceremony. My table at the event was in the rear. Well, I was new to the industry, and of course, Hank was the bomb. He was the best. Well, anyway, one of the officials came up to the table, and well, Hank and his entourage were sitting with us. We were sitting together, and the stern-looking gentleman said, "Mr. Ballard, you should be sitting front in the main dais. You're being honored tonight." Well, without missing a beat, Hank responded, "I don't want to sit there. My friends are right here. I don't know anyone at that other table." Well, the room was silent. Yes, iconic ironic, I should say, for a place with such musical types, but wonderful nonetheless. The brief music industry convention showed me firsthand to be bitter for life's injustices, you rob yourself of your present joys, but to be loving and share with new friends, you gain the happiness and contentment of the world. A famous man felt I was as good as he was, and he taught me that to touch others' lives and love with music, you can change the world. This next piece is called Spike. Making a difference in the world is great. Making the difference with others who share your joy is constructive, in being constructive and not destructive, changes things even better. By our very existence, we affect the world around us. By discovering what we believe to be our purpose for that existence, we are able to focus our energy. A sense of accomplishment is ours when we secure the success which we hope for. No one's an island. We're all pieces which can come together to make a large, more beautiful picture. I experienced a profound triumph of spirit while working on a movie as a core player. From originally one day of work to a solid week, I went from a part of the crowd on the scene, the background, to a bad guy. Only it was all good. I had always wanted to do a role in a story which would get people feeling, thinking, and talking. Spike Lee, the director, noticed me on set and increased my presence through a more developed and substantial character, working side by side with seasoned actors one would be nominated for an Academy Award for his work in the movie, as well as the movie itself. That gave me pride and satisfaction. Some of my work on the movie in BlacKkKlansman was edited out, while other short scenes remained. It ended up a thoughtful and at times a funny film. Well, as Steven Spielberg's movie Schindler's List was a beautiful film about an ugly time, Spike's more present-day adventure, 1970s era, hit the mark powerfully and was incredibly watchable. Definitely a so-called water cooler film in which many people at work discussed its relevance to today. Our movie-making team was comprised of all colors from different backgrounds. While there may have been stars and production chiefs on set, we were all cut from the same cloth as far as our goal was concerned, making a great film, one which would change the world peacefully through art. And I hope we've done that. While we made that film, I fulfilled a purpose. And while prejudice may exist, but the hope and possibility for change exists too, especially when people work together. Thank you, my Eureka family.
I told y'all, I don't know how he does it, but he just finds a way to make it stick to your bones, right? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan. Gary.
Very
Woo!
nicely
Yo,
done,
that's great.
Alan.
That's great. Whoa.
So much work, sir. So much work, sir, that you do. And then how I love how you just kind of snuck in the fact that you worked on BlacKkKlansman. Like, oh no, no big deal. I just kind of worked on one of the greatest period pieces of our time with one of the greatest directors of all time. Good stuff. Like good stuff, sir. We are one when we work together, you said. To love with music, you can change the world, no doubt. Um, as far as our goal was concerned, I fulfilled a purpose. Um, Hence the reason they have all the credits roll at the end of a film, because you have no idea how many people are involved when it comes to making a film. And the fact that you were involved in something like that, sir, dare I say your stock just went all the way up. Nothing can stop me. He's all the way up. Um, really, I appreciate the fact that you were there, you were involved, and you were present, and that you brought that to us. You're amazing, sir. And I love when you set us off every evening. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you truly. The Starship is underway, folks. I'm telling you. Let's get it. Coming up next, this cat, I'm telling you, I love this poet. He always has a way of crafting a rhyme that's always right on time. And you're about to find out why I say that. The one and only Eddie Foreman is in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Welcome back, our wonderful host that we love the most, that deserve a toast, that goes coast to coast. Thank you for pushing on through. We love you, Ron, and Matthew Mountain King too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Ed Potas, home infinite fantastic. Please, time to join my Ryan Falco Sublime. I got 3 short poems, so I'll take too much time. The first poem is called Still Here by Langston Hughes. I've been scared and battered. My hopes the wind done scattered. Snow has fizzed me, sun has baked me. Looks like between them they done tried to make me stop laughing, stop loving, stop living. But I don't care. I'm still here. Thank you. And the next one is called The Hope of Freedom. Let freedom ring while let liberty sing. Let it spread as water, drawing in the marauders, cleaning out the corruption to power up clean productions, melt away the violence in order to sprout nonviolence, soaking all the crazy firearms, no more chaos to do harm, to wither away our constitution in order to think of brownest solutions, to feed the mouths of the slaves, growing seeds of the supportive engraved, drifting us to another direction, an ocean of collection and reflection. Yes, you, please plant the tiny seed, the seed of positivity and humanity. Let freedom ring, hope will sprout. Let injustice be mute, evil will drought. Hope is inside you, her, him, and we. Don't stop creating and liberating. See. Thank you. And my last one is called A Bowl of Purpose. I used to work for a nonprofit, a time I can't forget to check. Grow vegetables for the needy, giving them away so freely. While I'm talking about this, everything you do is a kiss. You write your inner tales to cast your literary spells. You go to work each day to make sure everything is okay. You get up every morning to lower someone's morning. Everything is a domino effect. Don't neglect, but simply reflect. If you didn't do what you do, then the sunshine wouldn't poke through. I know it doesn't feel like you did nothing, but dirt can create or shape something. Not trying to say you're dirt. It's not to hurt. It's not to alert, but you're the bowl of dessert. Your skills of being make someone's day. Be sunlight or clay to shield away the gray. Thank you.
I told y'all, this cat's rhymes are so on point, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Poetastic.
Yeah.
Ed Potastic, let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
Everything you
great.
do,
That was
everything you do
great.
is a kiss.
All of them. I loved it.
Thank you.
Jedi Master.
Oh no, I was just quoting Eddie. Everything you do is a kiss.
Right? It seems like that, right? Everything that he does is a kiss from his pen, right? Only for him to share it again and again. Shout outs for the Langston Hughes poem, I Am Still Here. The second poem, listen, sir. That's gonna be something. That's one of those things I feel like Gilgamesh, right? I need that on my wall. He said, "Let freedom ring, hope will sprout." That's a bar, sir. In the bowl of purpose, you said, if you didn't do what you do, the sunshine wouldn't shine through. Yeah, that's kind of how we feel about you, sir. Appreciate you. And the signature smile is always on point. Like you break the clouds and you bring the sunshine through. Appreciate you, Eddie. For real. Make sure you plugging in with Eddie Foreman. For real. All right. Coming up next. Listen, I don't know if you've ever been here. So I need you to let us know, right? Coming up next is the one and only Nikki J. So tell us, without giving us your exact address, tell us where in the world you are plugging in from.
Oh, I'm from Queens.
Queens in
So
the
yeah.
building. Yo, where you been? Like we've been here for years and years. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like,
I know. I was here last week when you weren't here. That was my
see.
first time.
Okay. I hope they did all the things for you, told you that you fucked up and did the Papa Cherry song and the whole nines, right? Um,
Yeah,
welcome
I was like, I gotta come back.
for sure. Like welcome to the greatest community in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Let these folks know where they can find you. Make sure you plug your information in the chat so we can all stalk you and remind you that you sign up on Wednesday so you can come back every Thursday. All right.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm just starting to get back into poetry. So you can't find me yet. You'll be finding me right here for now. And, eventually I'll let you guys know when you can find me. I'll let you
Let's
guys know.
fucking go. Well, let's go. Let's do it. For
Yeah.
real. Listen, the floor is yours. Welcome to the greatest community in
Thank
the world.
you.
Please take it
Thank
away.
you. Okay, I'm going to do a poem. It's called Stranger. Okay. They say what we perceive is our reality, but it's not the same for me. I tend to look beneath the surface because on top is just debris. So don't hate me, stranger. See, I'm just like you. I see myself when I look in too. I see you, stranger, but you don't see me. You didn't give me a chance to even let you see. Don't look at me with such hatred. We both have the same story. We come from nothing that gave us something to get to our destined glory. I see what you hide from the world, covered in makeup and fake smiles. As you walk on this road alone, it seems, it lasts forever, those endless miles. You went out, but you don't know how. But if you got out, where would you go? Keeping your pain deep within yourself, hidden feelings you dare not show. Disguise as yourself isn't easy. It can be hard to breathe in that mask. Hyperventilating while your heart is racing. Stoic expressions, another task. Could it be that you live in a double life? In a sense, this is true. On the outside, you give people what they want to see. But on the inside, now that is you. So when a stranger walks your way, just give them the smile they may need, because one person can be that person to become that potential seed. And when you see a stranger, remember this here is just skin. Look beyond their frame surface and find the person that lies within. So don't hate me, stranger, because I'm just like you. You've been through a lot in life, and I have too. And that is all. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna show up and drop a bomb on him. It's like, oh, that's all. That's all. Got you.
That's
Got you.
it.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for Nikki J.
Yay. Thank you.
Beautiful work,
Good
Nikki
stuff.
J.
Good stuff.
Great,
Beautiful.
great way to break the ice. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing new shit with us. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Anytime.
back. Thanks for coming back,
Of
Nicole.
course. Of course. Thank you guys for having me back.
In case they didn't tell you, let me reiterate the fact that you just fucked up. That you need to be back here every Thursday night. Because we totally dig what you do and how you do it. Um, your voice is a unique one and a very valuable one. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. You said, "Don't hate me, stranger. You see, I'm just like you." We both have the same story. God damn. Come on. Um, keeping your feelings you dare not to show. When you see a stranger, remember This is just skin. Come on. Come on. That's how you show up and show out. I appreciate you. Make sure you're not a stranger. Make sure you fall through every Thursday. We are looking forward to you coming back through. Queens in the building. You know how they do. Come on. All right. Coming up next, yo, Brooklyn in the building. This incredible storyteller. Where is she? Where is she? Did I miss her? Where is she? Is she not in the building? No, of course not. Of course she is. Of course she is. Brooklyn in the building. Storytellers in the building. This incredible artist continues to come through with some of the most just textural stories that we've heard. You're about to find out why I say that. The one and only Markencia is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Find me here on Thursday nights. Okay. We're magical creatures. That's understood. Shaved, thin, hinged, squeezed of essence. Talent, a spectacle amongst cannibals, corporations of ungodly green, of whom were deemed circus, zoo animals, beasts. Contracted, bounded by oath to fields and courts. You're not players, but pawns, subdued to hypnotism, paid cents upon a coin. Your name is not your own, or is it? Blessed tresses crown your heads, rooted deep in ancestral grounds. Over your bodies they bid and bet. I pity you, me, starving artist. You're not brain dead, but programmed to fetch, kick, land a basket. Dreaming beyond the dream, you can spin the game on its head. Redirect your energy, build wealth, protect your assets. Use influence to encourage education and philanthropic endeavors. Thank you.
Yo, I don't know what made you start hitting us with Mike Tyson rounds, but that's not even fair. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Markencia.
Woo. Good
I
stuff. Good
love
stuff.
that.
That was some fire. I love that cannibal line.
Wow.
Yeah, I really liked how you set up all the foibles and then pushed them down one after the other. That was so tough.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're incredible from every angle the sun touches. Um, and for some reason, you have a way of continuing to do just that. You heard your contemporaries tell you how much work you put in. Um, yeah, man, like, you think it's going to go the distance, but it will end early. That's why I mentioned about the Mike Tyson lines, right? You think it's going to go the distance, but she knocks you out in the first round. Thank you, Markencia. Um, your work is very uniquely you. I am thankful that you are a member of our community, and I hope that you continue to do exactly what you do and continue to share it with us. Truly appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, yo, and I heard from this cat today. I heard from him. And he was like, yo, there's some things that are going to happen. And I said, listen, I love your work by itself. But then he has the nerve to connect with other artists. So prepare yourself, folks. We have a veteran and a rookie that are coming to get down this evening. Right? Very rarely these days do we have collabs, but here comes another one. Coming up first, the most eloquent writer in the world that I know, Dr. Love himself, the one and only lantern carrier is in the building. And he will be collabing this evening with a cat that is a new voice in our building. Colton Van Bale is in the building. Yo, and we are looking forward to connecting with you. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Listen, if you're collaborating with Lantern, it's about to be mind-bending. So, let these folks know where they can find you both. It is great to see you, gentlemen. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemen2al. Colton is my very dear friend. He's fairly regular at Dre's on Friday Night Slam, and he's kindly offered to do this piece with me. So are you ready, Colton?
I am, thank you.
Sweet. The intoxication of power is not designed to respect the rights and humanity of its victims, but to trample on dignity and freedoms, using the dark fire devised to conquer, divide, and instill fear.
I don't know the weight of chains, only how easily my wrists slip through sleeves. I've never prayed for land to remember me, only trusted it would still be mine when I returned.
We're a generation of ancestral people, born unfettered, yet forced to experience the indignity of transatlantic journeys, drifting helplessly between life and death, huddled by greedy predators, packed like sardines in overcrowded ships.
I got Juneteenth off work. That's what they gave me, a paid holiday for a fight that I never bled in. One signed in ink, the other in blood.
The African Americans celebrate Juneteenth, Lincoln's National Independence Day Act of 1862, proclaiming emancipation to the enslaved, brought to Texas June 19th, 1865. It became a significant time to pray, to heal, to party, tell stories of our history, for Joe Biden to finally declare it a federal holiday.
I listen to the music, but I don't know the hands that turn grief into rhythm. I taste the food, but I've never asked for the name of the cook who never got to sit.
We dance to rhythm and blues, laugh with our families over fireside soul foods, tell stories like past griot. We enjoy rodeos, sing Negro spirituals woven from the blood of our ancestors, hoping against hope that a government will choose to honor its core values of equality, life, liberty, equity, and the pursuit of happiness.
I built my life on solid ground. They're still dodging sinkholes I've never had to see. The system feeds me, but it barely lets them breathe.
Yet we must love, for even as the indigo moon canopies the night with its luminance, so too we must glow with the rising sun. Let our hearts glisten with merits gained from the sacrifice of our ancestors.
And now I'm here, not to explain, not to rescue, not to be heard first, but to say there is weight to carry, and I will carry my share. Not because I've earned it, but because I've never had to. And that's exactly why I must.
Not so long ago, we were still cotton picking for our oppressors, still segregated by Jim Crow laws, punished for daring to mention our legal right to honor this great proclamation to determine our own future.
My comfort was built on your silence, so I will trade it for blistered palms.
Civil rights movement campaign for the right to vote, racial integration to include schools, water fountains, and parks to abhor marginalization. Yet Juneteenth is at best a distant beacon, as we are still not free.
I don't want applause. I don't want to be called brave for showing up. when I never should have left.
The yoke of the knee of bigotry still pierces our hearts, even as gentrification forces us into ghettos, causes us to gather like sheep, while the privileged few ensures that we have minimal impact in an endemic system tainted by greed, discrimination, disparity, and mistrust.
So I won't walk ahead. I won't walk behind. I will walk with until I am no longer needed to.
The long mountainous path to freedom continues across an unfeeling razor's corridor, still crowded with dark ghouls, the avarice of power games, betraying love, and still trying to conceal our spirits in graveyards.
Because silence is a luxury, and I've wasted enough of it on comfort.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. This has been the exquisite voice of Colton. Thank you so much. And the Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Come on, y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier and Colton.
You're getting
Yeah.
from me. Woo!
Colton, you are brilliant. I told you that you would be. So
Yeah.
amazing.
Told you got this.
That was awesome. That was amazing.
I
Oh
find
my
it
goodness, that
so
was beautiful. Go
I
ahead.
find it so poignant how you both handled this sensibility of kind of being on the outside of something, but you know, your ability, your sensitivities are so much in the interior of it all.
You know, Lantern, you have a way of writing, and I've done collaborations with Lantern, and it's amazing how the people that you choose to collaborate with are in such a way connected to you and connected to your writing style. Colton, that was bananas, sir. The fact that you brought your voice, your microphone is capturing your voice and the timbres and the textures of your voice, the way that you kind of weaved your words in the tapestry of what Lantern does, it's pretty amazing. Like, build my own life on solid ground, Lantern said. To say there is weight to carry, and I will carry my share, right? We are still cotton picking for our oppressors, Lantern said. My comfort was built on your silence, Colton said. As we are still not free. Colton said, I don't want to be brave for not showing up. Come on, man. I won't walk ahead. I won't walk with until I'm needed to. That's the work. Silence is a luxury. And then as soon as Lantern starts singing Swing Low, it's over. It's over. Appreciate both of you for doing what you do, digging all the way in and presenting us with something that's totally unique, something that the world needed to hear, but the world has never heard. Thank you for doing what you do. Colton, don't be a stranger. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Find yourself here every Thursday night because you got that work, sir. Appreciate you for coming through. All right. 5 poets left until halftime. Coming up next, we have seen this gentleman in a couple of different backgrounds, but I cannot say that I've ever seen him with the sky in his background. But it looks like he's hanging out on the outside of somewhere, and it is great to see him. Right? We are always looking forward to what he has to share with us. The one and only Catman Bill is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Catman, always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Nice to be back from Hartford, Connecticut. I'm in my backyard, in my back space here. And while I was driving home from a mission today, and I saw a woodchuck almost get hit rushing across the road, and I thought that that might be a repeat of something that I wrote and expressed in April. But I also wanted to try to experiment and bring my feed over to the shed and show you where they live. So, and an update. So it's called The Woodchucks Under My Shed. The Algonquins called them woodchucks, also called woodchucks. Now some of us crudely call them groundhogs. It's early April now, and two woodchucks have burrowed under my backyard shed, where I dug entry holes a few years back. I stuffed hay in the holes leading underground for nesting. I hope my woodchucks are in love and produce a litter soon. I peek through my blinds as they appear early mornings, sometimes late afternoons. I now toss apple cuts and cabbage around the shed, where I would like them to stay a while and not hazard crossing the road like the previous occupant. And now I'm going to take a walk and see if this works. It's dark out now, and I want to just have you come along with me and see. And by the way, there are now two baby woodchucks running around my shed area, and I'm happy. One of them spied me the other day and was, for one moment, we looked at each other before he scurried back into his hole. And so let's see if I can get. All right, so let's see. Now, see, that's just one of the holes. Let's see, that's where I've put food out. And wouldn't it be nice if there was someone in there looking back at you? But there isn't, and all there is darkness. And this is where they live and hopefully will stay a while. There's another hole there. They live underground most of the time, and they pop up, and they're very suspicious of people, and I'm glad they are. And that's my story about the woodchucks. Thank you.
You know, you are so connected to the earth. It's crazy. Shout out Ray Whitaker. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Cat.
Wow.
Thanks for sharing your neighborhood and your neighbors with us. You're a lucky man.
You're just a big-hearted guy with those woodchucks.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep in mind they chose you, Bill, as their host.
That's an interesting perspective. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Great point, Gilgamesh. Great point. However, I would think when most people find groundhogs in their area, they set traps for them. You set plates of food for them, right? That makes a very, very big difference. And that is why they continue to hang out with you. Like, no. He's cool, right? And they send messages to their friends. No. He's cool. He sets out food for us, right? I think it's commendable how you connect with animals. It really is. When you talk about making food for your cats, it really is commendable, sir. And I can't thank you enough for doing what you can to make sure the animals of this world don't see us as, you know, just trying to remove them, but trying to create an equilibrium with them. Truly appreciate that. Truly. All right. Coming up next. Oh, love when this cat comes through. Author of Four Crescents, author of Black Calculus, author of Evaporating Rage. This push cart nominee is one of the dopest poets I know. He traded his saber for a pen, but he still scores points every time he puts it in your face. The one and only Norm Mathematics is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Math. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, good evening, my people. New Yorican Poets Cafe is one of the dopest communities out there, and I'm glad I'm in here. So I got these two pieces, and I know one of them is on point with the theme. First piece, Humanity, a legacy of shame. Conquer the land, ownership of the world beneath feet, sky overhead. Dominate your neighbor, keep up with Joneses, covet their apples and jewels. Hate self for committing cruelties gives permission to decimate others, not you. Denigrate and defile as victors lie about and erase defeated. Our challenge is to win life. Next piece. A siren song sings the audacity of freedom. A new voice intervenes like a ray of light, a glimpse of inspiration leading through shuffling shadows of ignorance. A band of years to drag us out of the dregs. Quicksand clings to our damp clothes. The depths of exhaustion, a sigh of relief. A young brother charged with hope, inspired audacity. Skates along the thinning ice wrought by the melt of an ocean hell frozen over. A history bound by racism, a demand for change, a threatening shift away from centuries of privilege embedded in granite. Crumbling statues break the ice. Though glacial waters flow, fear still drags on the new chapter of our story. A siren song pitched at the glass ceiling. Broken shards fall, cut, slice through the comfort zone of the ignorant body in need of awakening. A new sky opens to a future that keeps a promise what needs change, a past we won't go back to, chains of hate broken by the challenges of freedom. Peace.
Chains of hate broken by the challenges of freedom. Like this dude just does that shit. Y'all heard that, huh? Unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
Thanks, Norm. That first piece should be a visitor's guide for aliens visiting the planet Earth.
Yeah,
For sure.
what Paul said. What Paul said.
For sure.
Thank you, Gilgamesh. I appreciate the sentiment for sure. Humanity is not giving us a good name, is it?
Nope. Not yet, anyway.
That's the challenge.
That's what we're here for. That's what we are here for. Like I don't know about the the politicians and all the other folks, but like that's what we're here for, right? Is to give humanity a good name, right? That there are still people who actually care about this world. Like our challenge is to win life. He said in the first piece, like, come on. And you're absolutely right. In the second piece, you said it's history bound by racism, no doubt. Fear still drags on the new chapter of our story, without a doubt. Slice through the comfort zone of our ignorant body? Like, come on. Right? We know that history would like to dictate our future on where we've been compared to where we're going, but we are charged with changing the trajectory of where this humanity is going. And that is what we continue to do every single week with every single poem and every single stanza. That is what our charge is. And I believe that everyone in this room continues to do just that. Thank you, Maestro, for doing what you do, staying so dedicated and fervent to making a difference. To making a difference, because you do every single time you rip. Thank you, sir. Truly, truly appreciate you. Coming up next, yo, this gentleman, author of a few books, right? For Finn, with Finn, 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss, author of Scopiti, author of Le Petit Requiem. I like to call this gentleman the Vincent Price of poetry. Storytellers in the building. This gentleman is so uniquely him. Prepare yourself for what he does. The one and only Ike Waltz is in the building. Come on, Ike. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
I'm here. But today I have a weird one, which I really shouldn't do. But what happened last Friday, I do it anyway. The orange czar in all of us. Trampoline, our orange sex machine. He's big and strong, his head on a flaming high. All he did or did not do, he can't stop lying, whatever he says. The world looks at him and wonders why. But to Putin's chicks, he was such a lovely dear. He can preach a lie like a liar, full of ecstasy and fire. But he also is that kind of a shitter Elon Musk would desire. Never mind his obnoxious, bitter language litter. Trampoline Putin's horny love machine. It is a shame how he carries on, but his golden hair flows really so wunderbar. In all affairs of state, he is the man who can please. But is he really great when he has Putin's dick to squeeze? God bless, he smells a pussy in his knees. Trampoline storm his orange spank machine. Hey, Chaos Elon, he loved that taco wheeler dealer, though he brags about the things he's never done. He believes money is a holy healer. Let money make America great again. The horny press puts him on the top, addicted to that reality binge TV. And we believe it all in a pop. We open our doors, we open our hearts, and so we crown you with the absolute presidential power part. The world watches in mystery. The greatest nation on earth suffers. Musk delusion in agony. Trampoline, his Majesty's royal money machine. On top of his bully power, golf at Mar-a-Lago, followed by a golden shower. His pipe dream, a fake Camelot, the fake Moscow Tower, the gift of a $400 million golden corruption-fitted airplane. Ha ha, Trampoline! The lawyers in a constitutional frenzy, divided neighbors suffer from penis envy. Where have you been? Now that you have seen what you never believed before has become the truth of a perverse norm. The rose garden in Subito and in Devito for every topic at hand. But who is kissing whom? Man, oh MAGA man. Kudos for the president, 4 more years in residence, our orange evangelical savior, our Mexican wall disaster master, the tweeting Twitter ex-grandmaster, the blonde castor oil, Harry Cataplaster, orange morality is made of our tasty fake taco cake. And we eat it too, and we chew, and we love to chew. Tacos, tacos, and chaos always plays it well. Our royal king in the making. God save the taco king, and let us swallow his royal shit too. America, 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 let's chew this taco ground boogaboo. And ask you, America, where did you come from, America? What are you made of, America? Where have you been, America? Where are you going, America? Swallowing tacos on the daily base? Just taste like poisonous MAGA blackout culture bros. P.S. Last Friday, the White House had its great erection, and Trumputine's flagpoles had a Babylonian ejaculation of the bizarre. Thank you.
I don't know where you get your inspiration from, sir, but I would love to taste the fruit from that tree. Just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Well done.
I'm glad you did that.
Wow.
Thank you, Ike.
Yeah, I really connected with your ability to just plainly point out how totally bizarre it's all become.
Yeah. And you, Ike, just you put it in such a beautiful like package for us to understand. Um, he smells like a pussy and a sneeze. Like between the fuck poem that you did a couple weeks ago and this, like, sir, I have no idea where you're gonna go now. Like seriously, I have no idea. Um, brags about the things he's never done. The world watches in mystery. I totally agree, right? The world has no idea what Trumpus Maximus is going to do next. A fake Camelot? I don't know where you come up with this stuff, sir, but you're on point. Our orange, if angelical savior? You're ridiculous. Made of our tasty fate, taco fate. I don't know. I just don't know where you do, where again the connection, the download for your inspiration is truly magnificent, sir. And thank you for continuing to do what you do and sharing it with us. For real. I have a few books in my collection that this gentleman has written. He publishes his books in such a magnificent way. Make sure you are plugging in with Ike Waltz. That cat's amazing. Shout out to Queen Sheila also. All right, one more artist, and we are going to go to halftime. Coming up next, all the way from the Pacific Northwest, this artist has been putting in work in so many different spaces. I hear from this artist on a regular, and she says, yo, I'm working. I'm working. Really, I'm working. I'm trying to come back, but I'm working, right? And I keep telling her, yo, keep putting in work, right? We are looking forward to hearing all the genius that you have when you come back. And she has finally found her way back, and I'm sure tonight is going to be amazing. The one and only Tiffany Haiti is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you and where the hell you've been. Great to see you, man. Please,
Okay,
take it
thank
away.
you so much for having me here. Thank you, everybody at the New Yorican Poets Cafe. And my writing can be found on my blog at tiffanyhaiti.blogspot.com. I'll put it in the chat later. My poem is kind of not really on theme, but to me, it touches on the subject of featureism in a way. And my poem is titled Zeba. So here I go. This is my poem titled Zeba. And happy Juneteenth as well. Zeba. Nanche's blossom. I was a royal dancer of scented jasmine in the land of 1,000 suns as I inched closer to Rabat sands as I danced for a ram. I was covered in gold sequins and veils, and then I was a serpent that would clank during the night, and my eyes were black as death, and my skin was brown in a perfumed night palace. Your camouflaged tongue has lied, your frame of mind shattered and died. I danced hypnotically as an exotic Nubian with many arms, with my brown skin that became black, and the lips of my face were full and my nose flat. I twist my hips toward Cyprus, something I play at. A taboo leaves a scar in Madagascar. Half of my face became a moon as I glittered among night. In a cinematic dream flaunting Freya, I was languishing in my brown flesh with flamingos in a champagne bath in a famed hotel. I was chartreuse painted brown eyes murdered in poverty, and my relaxed hair was bobbed in the fashion of Aida. Then suddenly the dancing stopped. Featureism represses my ebony skin. I woke up and I was now a deserted black woman stripped of her hidden cities. I lost yesterday's amour in a padded room. My soul is eaten by the gray moth has died inside of me, bloomed. Veils flaunting my Ibu facial features, and my dowry was stolen. I am hidden like Zeba, made to serve in the cloistered life, suffering under the goat's moon, a banquet. Thank you.
Come on, Goat's Moon. Come on. That's what I never heard before. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Tiffany. Haiti.
Yeah.
What incredible storytelling that
Beautiful.
was.
Great
Thank
imagery.
you. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad I'm back.
Yeah, that was
Thank
so
you so
cool.
much.
Just
Hmm.
these direct statements, and every one of them was so poetic, really intense.
Thanks. Yeah.
For sure. When you come through with your dedicated writing style, it is definitely felt by your contemporaries. And again, you just have a way of telling stories, right? The way of crafting your poetry into these stories that are very much felt, right? You said my eyes were black as death, right? Your camouflaged tongue has lied. Twist my hips towards Cyprus. Like that's just the dope ass rhyme right there, for real. Um, in a cinematic dream, flaunting Freya. Brown eyes murdered in poverty. I lost yesterday's or more. Like, what? What? I love the fact that you have continued to work on your writing, that you've continued to present your poetry in different spaces, that you've continued to cultivate your creativity, and you come through and share all that beautiful work with us. Thank you for all the work that you do. Don't be a stranger. When you get a chance to come through, make sure you fall through because we are always looking forward to the work that you do. Appreciate you, Tiffany. All right. Before we move on, I am going to pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoom verse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be all the way up in the BX. What's good, Ron? How you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay. Thank you so much, Elemental. Zooming in from a little rainy New York City metro area. But welcome back, Elemental. Congratulations on performing and competing in last week's Saffron Fried National Championship at the Poetry Slam. Also, shout out to your teammate, CP Mays. I see him in here. We're going to hear from him later. And I recognize a few of us here and a few who have been with us, who also competed there last week, including our official New Eureka Poets Cafe team as well. So congratulations to you all. Appreciate you. And thank you, Maddie Marroquin, for guest hosting last week. You rocked. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Thank you for many of you writing to the theme, reminding us about this important date, which sadly only became a federal holiday a few years ago here in the United States. But it is important, especially in these divided times, to learn about our history and to keep fighting for freedom and emancipation. But this is why these holidays are here for, to remind us about it, while also celebrating, of how far we have come and how much further we have to go, to continue the fight. I am Ron Mark Thompson, one of the tech assistants here in the background. I'm also a member of the program and operations team at the New Eureka Poets Cafe, which is currently closed in the physical location on the Lower East Side in New York City, Manhattan, but we are continuing our programs offsite at different venues while the construction continues. And New York City, they pay for the construction. They're doing the construction. If everything goes well, we will get the building back modernized next year. So we will keep you posted about that. But until then, we're going to continue our regular programs weekly. Our New Eureka Bowery Slam on Monday, 6:30 p.m. at the Bowery Poetry Club. You can get your tickets either at the door or in advance online at boweryslam.eventbrite.com. That's in Manhattan. And once a month on Fridays, on the last Friday of the month, we invite all the winners from Mondays to compete in our final Friday Slam, hosted by Tony McPherson. That one is coming up not tomorrow, but next week on June 27th, the last Friday of this month, 9:30 p.m. And that's at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, which is in Midtown Manhattan near Broadway. So if you are not in New York City and you happen to visit us and you want to see a Broadway show, see the Broadway show on Thursday or Saturday or Sunday, and come to us on Fridays, to see the great Final Friday Slam. And I believe Maddie Marroquin may be competing that one because he actually won a recent Monday Bowery Slam, and we have not yet seen him officially competing at the Friday. He has been there before with us, so just to tease you and to make sure that you can come if you can make it. Also, regularly we are continuing our in-person open mics at the Lois Cider Center, which is on East 9th Street, 6 blocks from where the cafe is located. On the first Wednesday of the month, it's the Women Orator Wednesday. On the second and fourth Wednesday, it's the New Eureka open mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Note about this one here. The next week on Wednesday, which is the 25th, will be the last in-person open mic at the Lois Cider Center before the summer break. We will return to East 9th Street in September, first Wednesday of September. So come and see us there in person next week if you can. If you are not in New York City, you can actually watch the live stream, just like you're watching now. If you can watch it, on YouTube, our online open mic, you can also watch those on the live stream, and we also post links to our social media the following day in case you missed any of this, but just go to our YouTube channel. On that note, you can get tickets for those at neweureka.org/calendar, and there you can also get tickets and information for all the other programs we're doing, because even though we are taking a summer break from the Lois Cider Center, we still will be at many other places, such as next weekend on June 28th, we are returning together with Rightopia Lab to P&T Knitwear, which is a bookstore in the near the Lower East Side in Manhattan, for our teenage open mic, which is free for all the teenagers. So if you have children or nieces or nephews between 13 and 19 years old, send them there. We love to have them there. And guess what? Even though we are co-producing it, we are not hosting it. That one is hosted by the teens themselves. Great experience, great, wonderful work experience for them. Also, we will be returning to NJPAC in New York, the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, near where Maddie is located in New Jersey. We were there last year, and we're going to be there this year again, July 11, which is a Friday. And there, in case you do not know our slam team from last year and this year, you can actually meet all of them there. Somebody's Mama, Ukba, Sola Kush, and Brittany Barker, and they will be performing along with an open mic where you yourself can sign up. This one will not be live streamed, so if you are in the New York City metro area, come by in person to see us. You can get tickets for those for this event on NJPAC's website. And then the very next day, Saturday, July 12th, we will be at the Poetry Festival, New York City Poetry Festival, which is organized by the Poetry Society of New York. We will be at the festival is free. It's both days on the weekend, July 12th and July 13th. We will be there with a table on Saturday, July 12th, and at 2:30 p.m. on the Brinkley stage, hosted by Brian Acosta area, we will be presenting New Regan poets to you, namely Jamal, Laney, and Ramya. So if you can make it to New York City, or if you are in New York City, visit us live in person at the New York City Poetry Festival. It's free. You do not have to RSVP in advance. You can, but you don't have to. And also, of course, I understand that many here online are not living in New York City, so the New Regan Poets Cafe continues to provide you as many online programs as we can. Of course, our weekly online open mic, which is hosted by Elemen2al. As he mentioned at the beginning, artist RSVP tickets are available starting 24 hours prior, meaning on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you didn't get an artist RSVP tickets, sometimes we are, all sold out by Thursday morning. Sometimes we are not. Today we had all 20 spots filled, but if you didn't make it to get one of those spots, just let either Matthew, myself, or Elemen2al know in the Zoom chat that you would like to be added to the good luck round. And Tony McPherson, our final Friday Slam host, also presents a monthly Poetry Slam workshop, second Tuesday of the month. Next one is taking place in July. And if you want to support us, I see some of you sporting our New Regan Poets Cafe hats, t-shirts. Yes, you can get them at our in-person events or online. And online, you can actually get a much more, like our spring collection, which our intern turned staff, Simone, helped us create and put out on our merchandising site. And you can get like mugs and tote bags, which we do not sell in person. So those are only online. So check us out, newuregan.org/merch, MERCH, which is short for merchandise, so you can get them shipped to you and show them to us online. And last but not least, there is another way you can help us with our programming. We are a non-for-profit organization. You can donate when you get your free artist RSVP ticket on our calendar site, or you can go directly to newuregan.org/contribute. Or you can now also join our Patreon site, patreon.com/New Regan Poets Cafe. We now have 2 tiers available there. The first tier, $10, is to get, you can watch our video catalog, which includes those events which we do not put on our YouTube channel, such as the Monday Bowery Poetry Slam or the Final Friday Slam. And if you subscribe to the second tier, in addition to the videos, you can also get discount codes for our merchandise site. So check us out online if you can. But now let us go to our next performer. I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. I am not the host. I am the tech assistant. This is why our host is so great, but I'm going to try my best. He has become one of our regulars. It's always great to hear his wonderful voice as well as acoustics in the background. So welcome back, Nashawn oh my goodness, see, I'm already messing up. Nashawn the Don. Did I say it correctly?
Nashawn the Don, that's correct.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. We'll just start right into this. Happy Juneteenth. I'm going to keep the music low because I want you to hear the words. The name of this piece is called The Relativity of Freedom Theory. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Abe Lincoln freed the slaves. Yeah, Juneteenth. Yeah. But freedom. Freedom in all its splendor, in all its fleeting concept to have its absolute form for all of us is rare. See, freedom is fought with revolutions, coups d'etats, wars, all for freedom. But it's only a relative freedom, a false sense of security of what freedom really is. And maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't understand what I really mean. See, when you were born into a system of control, a hierarchical existence, yeah, trapped in a life-altering matrix. And sometimes you feel trapped and rebel against it, yeah, trying in your fleeting existence to rebel against a system that if you wanted to, you can't break out of this system, you know? You don't understand it, so you don't truly adhere to it. It leads you to the ultimate consequence. And let me try to explain. You're brought up to be in subjection, to be in obedience to your parents. And if you had a Bible-trained conscience, Bible peace people, Ephesians 6:2 told you that to honor your father and your mother is the first commandment with a promise that it may go well for you. So they're setting you up right there to just obey the first, to be in subjection to the first rulers of yourself, your parents. They're your ruling authority within their domain. And their rule is generally governed with loving and understanding way. But there are those parents out there that abuse their authority, and so they must be held accountable for what they do in our society. Though their domiciles are their domain remains within the domain of a higher authority, an authority that your parents pay obeisance to, literally giving monetary support to each week by paycheck in the form of taxes. And some even go as far to giving their full allegiance to it. But do they truly deserve our allegiance or obedience? I mean, you could obey without giving allegiance. See, the society is set up as civilians and civil authorities, as low as a town, county, city, state, all the way to the country, the federal. There are many put in roles of leadership in our position, in a position of authority, and to keep the masses in control, so there's not civil anarchy. And many laws have been written which the masses that must adhere to, or else face consequences. And these consequences can be as low as fines, imprisonment, and in some cases, death. But these laws are man-written and man-governed. And the man-made laws must be in subjection to a higher law. See, there are higher laws. What laws are those? Like natural laws. Natural laws govern us. They're relative freedom we have within natural laws is an example like gravity. Gravity can work for us, and sometimes some may seem like they can divide gravity. Like you think of Dr. J, Michael Jordan, those Spartan dunks. But a leap through the air to dunk a ball through a hoop is as difficult as it may seem to be. It's still within the realms of obeying the laws of gravity. See, gravity says you go up and you come down, and you're down on the ground. You're not able to flow off the earth into the space. So for that brief moment of relative freedom, jumping through the air to make a dunk, you better adhere to those relative freedoms. Laws have been obeyed. These laws have been obeyed to protect them from pain and death. And knowledge of these laws is paramount to our natural well-being. If we're on the top of the Empire State Building and took a leap, well, you'd ultimately fall to your demise because of natural laws. Governmental authorities provide a degree of freedom, but what do you think is freedom in a long-lived and prosperous type way is quick and died for. Our governments are structured with different agencies and rankings beneath by some local, some executive, some judicial, some legislative type shit. And in an attempt to govern over a large multitude of civilians, individuals, peoples with a division of civilians and civil authorities, these local officers and with ranks of within police departments or those alphabet cities like the FBI, CIA, DEA, CDC, all the forms of militarism in an attempt to keep a civil order and exact due punishment for more breaking. But governments are governed by man. The reason for the need for these laws is free will. Free will comes with imagination of what freedom means for itself. But free will, used without adherence to the relativity of freedom theory, can mean detriment for the free will, freedom for dreamers. Freedom. Freedom. There's only one individual that's truly free. It's not you, it's not me. And anyone you see on this earth, you're not going to see them as really being free. See, freedom comes from those who can give out freedom. And who's the only one that can actually give out this freedom? That eternal Father. That eternal Father that gave us freedom to live life. That freedom to have breath. That freedom to walk this earth as under the jurisdiction of His freedom. Obtaining, that type of freedom under God's love, it's a freedom of love. Freedom of spirit, a freedom of joy, freedom of peace, freedom of patience, freedom of goodness, freedom of faith, mildness, freedom of self-control. We exercise this allegiance to our eternal Holy Father only by giving Him true obedience, getting aligned with an incorruptible theocracy that will last forever. Now, I know this, I've only touched a little bit of this because we only have time for a little bit. But now that you know the relativity of freedom theory and that you have free will, what will you do with your freedom? And that's it.
That's all kind of amazing, sir. I dig what you do, man. Mute yourself. Give it up for Nashawn, the Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nishan, you are a traditionalist consciousness raiser. That really reminded me of what people used to call rap before there was rap, the musical form. And people back in the 1970s, in the last century, in the 1960s, they used to get together and rap, and it was doing all this consciousness raising, like what you just did.
When I wrote this piece, I was in a different state of mind initially. The state of mind I had just recently gotten out of jail and was looking at the fact that, yeah, I'm free now. But what is real freedom? And so I had to think about that. And so I came up with this title, The Relativity of Freedom Theory, and tried to write from it. And every time I look at this piece, I rewrite and change and make some, because I'm learning new things about my freedom. And so, I had to share some of the things that I learned. This piece was really too long for me to fully share it, so I had to break it down into certain sections that were more important. So, but that's what I can give you tonight. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
We appreciate what you do. Your tone, your delivery, the fact that you add music to your work, it does set a different tone, right? Like Gilgamesh said, right? It's kind of reminds you of rap, when cats would pull you aside in late 60s, early 70s, like, yo, let me pull your coattail. Let's rap a taste. You know what I mean? It's putting you up on game. You know what I mean? So I appreciate what you do, sir. Continue to do exactly what you do as fervently as you do it. You said born into a system of control. Huh? What do you think is freedom? Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. For real. So uniquely you. Appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, this incredible artist is doing so many things for so many artists. She has brought about push card nominees. She does karaoke. She does backroom quiet rooms. She does PG and Exicom moves. She does so many things in this world for so many poets. Author of Some Days Here, From Pebble to Ripple. The one and only Finn Bell is here. Listen, if you don't know this artist, do yourself a favor and plug in to all the things that she does. I like to call her the daughter of Krypton. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
It's great to see you as well. Welcome back from So Fried. You can find me on Instagram. I'm Finn_Bell. So 2 poems from me. The first one is a cover, Reggie Cabico, A Queerification. Queer me, shift me, transgress me. Tell my students I'm gay. Tell Chick-fil-A I'm queer. Tell the New York Times I'm straight. Tell the mailman I'm a lesbian. Tell American Airlines I don't know what my gender is. Like me, liking you. Like summer blockbuster armrest dates, armrest cinematic love, elbows to forearms in the dark. Humor me queerly, fill me with laughter, make me high with queer gas, decompress me from the centuries of Spanish Inquisition and self-righteous judgment, like the blood, my blood that has mixed with the colonizer and the colonized, in the extinct and instinct to love, bust memories of water and heat and hot and breath, beating skin on skin fluttering, bruise me into vapors, bleed me into air, fly me over sub-Saharan Africa and Asia and Antarctica, explode me from the closet of my fears, graffiti me out of doubt, bend me like bamboo, propose to me, divorce me, divide me into your spirit to spirit, half spirit, and shadow me with fluttering tongues, and caress beyond head, heart, chakras, fist-smashing djembes. Between my hesitations, haiku me into 17 bursts of blossom and cold sake. De-ethnicize me, declothe me, degender me in brasiers and prosthetic genitalias, burn me on a brazier, wearing a brazier, in bitch braggadocio, soprano, bass, magnificat me in vespers of hallelujahs and amen, libate me in halos, heal me in halls of femi troubadours, announce my HIV status or your status. I'm not afraid to love you, implant dialects as if they were lilacs in my ear, medicate me with the lick and the like. I am not afraid to love you. So demand me, reclaim me, queerify me. And the second piece is brand new, so still working it out. This is called How It's Remembered, and this is from Mariah Hornbacher's 7 June 2025 Caravan Collective write-in. The color of the memory somehow splashes across my mind, dripping vivid hues, injected fuchsia, creamy and sunshine yellow as gerbera daisies, but I know its reality was subdued earth tones, earthbound and nurturing. The year must have been 75 or 76, but that day we were 60s movie stars, semi-reclusive socialites in oversized sunglasses, swathed in the tenuous safety of our own mystique. Or perhaps we were owls, yet still light-tripping ages and cares away from being the truly wise variety. I scrunched my eyelids closed even tighter to concentrate on my mind trick picture show. Did I really have a cheap chicken feather boa draped like a languishing mythical dragonkin around my tiny shoulders? I recall the golden leonine coat with the blush lining and smile despite myself. I think now the pink chicken down were another fading year, another semi-hidden memory to unlock. I slide my inner vision along the four corners of this image, lulled, fooling myself. Maybe here I will begin to be anxious, nostalgic, and try to fill in pathetic gaps. Maybe here I nudge the details a little. Santa could have been very well somewhere in this periphery of the camera's view, eagerly waiting for us to get our turn warming his lap. I think this is the part where my mind gimmicks me into a psychological photoshopping of tacky faux crushed velvet, a wall hanging, and a tinsely silver Christmas tree with Crayola giddy glass ornaments winking in the background. Can someone go tell Santa to hide the booze from the property manager? Hurry, his lunch break is over and there are good little girls and boys lining up thick to have their holiday wish list fulfilled. Impatient to bend old St. Nick's ear, enumerate their heart's desire in a single sustained breath. I carefully place Mama in this festive diorama. It's starting to crumble, but she is there. Outside the Polaroid snaps, constricting white frame corral. Do you know she wears the same dress I had on? The more spectacular version, adult mode. Was she always such a glamour puss? Was she dressed exactly like me? This is my movie, my fantasy. I will it so. I cherish the fable, the farce I spin, and commit to it. I desired from early on to be just like my mama, until I was too good to be her, so young and pseudo-adult, so brash, and tearing away and wanting to be gone, so stupid. I return again and again to that snapshot, fabricating a new chronicle to complete all its forgotten spaces. Thank you.
Fabricate a new chronicle? Your use of language is so ridiculous. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn. Bill.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Wow.
Finn. That was
Wow.
incredible.
Holy, holy,
That
holy.
was just so good. I think everything was just, it was so raw and so real, and it was just amazing. It was really good. Thank you for sharing those.
Yeah, your internal landscapes are just so lush, and your blending of that landscape with your reminiscences just build up to these intense moods. And thanks for doing that Reggie Cabico piece. He's a Nuyo alumni from the early 90s, and he's out there doing a lot of amazing stuff now. I kind of see him in some ways as sort of an heir to somebody like Jessica Hagedorn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Love Jessica as well. Yeah, I saw Reggie 2 nights ago at another open mic. He was the feature. So yeah.
You know, the way that you do what you do with language, it's just a magnificent reminder for those of you who don't know that the thesaurus is a thing. It is a beautiful addition to the dictionary. Um, Also invest in a rhyming dictionary. But how you use language, the depth in which you use language, and your connection to it, it's amazing. Um, for real, like, I am not afraid to love you in the first poem. De-ethnicize me, like that's just wrong. Uh, in the second poem, you said the color of the memory somehow splashes across my mind. My mind gimmicks me into photoshopping. Stop the madness. Stop the presses and make sure that we have the first edition from Finn Bell. Thank you for doing what you do. Make sure y'all are on the lookout for the next publication that Finn Bell is going to drop. I believe it comes out mid-July. Yes? And I'm going to come back at you really quick, Finn, to let the folks know what your next publication is and when it's dropping, please.
Next publication, it's Mayari literature. I put it out through Substack. It is coming out July 15th. I had 29 amazing poets or poems in it. And I finally, I've been waiting to do this. I've been going along the line, and I was going to ask when the timing was right, when the universe told me to. I was going to ask Elemental to be the guest editor this month, to add to that, because there's a particular flavor that the guest editors bring. C.P. Mays was one, and that was incredible, still incredible. So Elemental is going to be the guest editor for that issue.
Thank you so much. Please, folks, do not discount connecting with your community members. We are all about building community and making connections in different spaces in different ways. Truly appreciate you, Finn. All right, coming up next, this incredible author, also an editor of his own space, author of The Impromptu of Love of Music, as well as Animals. I'm telling you, this dude speaks for the earth. He speaks for the animals, for the trees, for the streams. You're about to find out why. The one and only Ray Whitaker is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Ray. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Wow, it's really great to be here, and I just so appreciate this space, and Finn, you are so hard to follow. You're such a good poet. Thank you for your work. I have two pieces tonight. One of them's kind of on topic, and the other one isn't at all. So here we go. 3 Men in the Winds. He said he was from Tucumcari. Little Feet's song of weed, whites, and wine came to mind. Trying to remember the words, only the refrain came to song. And the sun was shining this fine June morning, like on the 23rd of June, 1865, when the last surrender of the Texas Confederates occurred. No reason to mention race today, though, and seeing beyond the colors. Oh, man, let's see. Seeing beyond the colors, the winds had blown all night, some larger, stronger, fiercer than others. There was still the breeze, just not the move the tumbleweeds across the road part. This man had 2 grandsons with him, soon to be men in the ways of young men growing. Now the first rays of the morning sun gently moved the grasses. Last night's dew dissipated. The 3 spoke quietly, turned, and were gone. Different man. Said he was from Oregon. Some little nameless town he would never go back to. A town nameless only because he wouldn't call it out. Had 8 other siblings there, all of which would have nothing to do with him when he became an adult. Winds blew him about, a constant. His demeanor was to pick a fight with anyone he found less impeccable than the highest standards to be found within his own judgment, that he carried as a shield in front of him, warding off imaginary heathen vandals from what is now the deep woods of rural France. Said his dogs of war would live with him, running his life. Angry growls first out of his mouth. Another man, Another set of circumstances. He told those that asked he was from nowhere and everywhere, saying he was a citizen of the world, allowing for cultural differences, giving space to the diversity of humans, never understanding, even with the wealth of vast experience, the ways of some, those closed to possibility, even having taken the coaching about finding openness, the willingness when his winds blew him metaphors, alliterations, gentle breezes bringing balms. The wilderness drew him there like a panacea, a salve, a poultice. For others' wounds he could not help, but feeling as if touching that same became a part of his experience. Seeking not the interactions of others, he sought his own company mostly, alone but not lonely. His dog was his brother, not a species to be dominated, but someone to care for, to talk to, going places because they wanted each other's company, to love, permission tacitly to participate. No longer bearing those foul winds, those of life inside the fortress, leaving behind memories of the hordes of Mongols sweeping across the steppes from those windswept plains, armies on horseback, spears, swords, and conquests sought, of long times past, earlier than medieval. These did no longer influence the day-to-day dictates of every interaction with either women or men. The sword of Damocles hung on the wall, no longer around his neck, due to the chance meeting, gentle winds caressing, bringing a space of creativity in human ways. Those dreamt him into being. Thank you. Now my second piece is called Water. The headwaters of the Rio Grande are roaring, full of snowmelt, poured down from high peaks, rivulets filling rocky stream beds, those filling small gorges in the high rocks, all of it pouring over cliffside, a waterfall white with beauty, falling 250 feet, living a wee rainbow of mist in the air. The Rio Grande flows its way to Texas, and here the headwaters are angry, crossing this impossible, splashes and spray from rocks, and a noisy roar as the churning water collides. Even moose daring to cross has trouble. The water could be the trouble with the constructs of men. Anger, trepidation, buffeting, thundering. The mountain gods voice their opinions with lightning. Cool winds tug at trees. The Native Americans say we are the water. It goes well beyond the wet, beyond the feel of humidity, to the forest, the trees, the animals, and even when we are laid to rest in the earth, the flow continues as the earth gladly accepts us. Everything returns in a cycle as old as time and ends up in the water falling, the rain. Thank you.
Tell y'all, like his voice it just sounds like a flowing stream every time I hear him. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
Yeah.
Just
fantastic, Ray.
yeah, really just
Thank
into
you.
your connection with nature. I just am so thankful for you bringing that here so frequently. And as Elemental remarked, the way you deliver this stuff with the kind of organic compatibility with that kind of earthiness, it's just really changes the mood in the room.
Thank you, Paul.
I love it.
It does indeed. Like you speak like the flow of a stream, right? You're not distracted or encumbered by anything else in the world. You just flow the way that you need to flow because you were meant to flow that way. And I appreciate that effort, that energy that you put into it. And then you happen to say the mountain gods voiced their opinions with lightning. Shit. I'm with that. I am with that, sir. I am here for it. Thank you for what you do and all that you do. Truly appreciate you. All right. We have got about 6 artists left this evening, unless someone else comes in. We got about 6 left. Maybe 7. All right. Coming up next, we have heard this artist all evening because he always finds a way to add his critique in the best of ways. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, make sure you find out the difference between critique and criticism. This incredible artist, part of the New Eurekan Symphony, the only artist that I know that is published in the original New Eurekan anthology, Aloud, from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. He's just one of those. Like really, prepare yourself for the one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
So it's just always great to be here. Thanks. Elemental, I'm so glad you're back here. Last week, that Matthew Marroquin guy, he's so strict. He's so strict. I mean, it's like encountering a mean substitute teacher. Of course, I'm just kidding. I want to suggest you two do a tag team host spot here sometime, trade off. Glad you're back. I don't have a lot to offer here. I have 2 short things. Let's see. Let me try and get the first thing up in front of me. From the love of 2 people, I am purposefully created. Yet I was welcomed onto this earth with violent acts. I had no language for refusal. My powers of perception were more naked than I was. In the overlit room where I arrived here, they dropped the chemical silver nitrate into my eyes to know if they had already given me syphilis before I was even born. Then they cut a piece of my cock off. Why, upon first moments here on this earth, was I regarded almost before my first breath as being a danger to this society? They made me. I am sure my instinct for avoidance was awakened in that room as consolation for being brutally desensitized, and this society has no one to blame but itself for why to this day I am angry. Do not distort and toxify my vision, or amputate my ability to feel pleasure, for I am a human creature with more prenatal freedom in their bones than any society can suffocate. And as all humans, repression feeds my passion to be me, clear-eyed, uncut, whole, spiritually invincible. Do not attempt to teach me that here being welcome is a hurtful process, for I am freedom's blood. I breathe pure bliss. Love that created me flourishes as my defiance. Don't you hear? Don't you hear? Don't you hear my defiance, which is the care I give to everyone? That's the first piece. The second thing I want to read is by somebody else. This is by Malkia Cyril, who I first heard speak a poem on the stage of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe when she was 16 years old, back in about 1992. And she recently wrote this. She is on Instagram under the handle of all things Culture Jedi. While our human family is being kidnapped off the street by the enforcers of fascism, other elements of that enforcement are assassinating elected officials. Political violence comes in many forms. Still, the resistance is everywhere. In my life, I have learned that despair is not our enemy. Sometimes it is an opening, and it is inside devastation that our politics and sense of purpose are rearranged. This is the purpose of grief, to reorganize us after loss. As we experience loss after loss after loss, let it radicalize. Let it rearrange. Grief serves as revolution serves to upend the previous order and bring us closer to an organized, aligned with our freest and best selves, our highest purpose. As we are disorganized by loss, let us reorganize around a new understanding of solidarity. May grief open us to this truth. Solidarity is a strategy, not a transaction. We don't give it because someone earns it. We give it because it aligns with our principles and visions for the world. It aligns with our analysis of power and conditions, and it is required for groups in the minority to win against groups in the numerical and positional majority, just as we must find solidarity with the global South, because we cannot win America without the world participating. The way we talk about solidarity needs to change. I am going into the streets because I know your freedom is bound with mine, and because our teachers taught us the purpose of freedom is to free somebody else. And I'm just going to put in the chat here a link to a short documentary done by The Guardian on the panther cubs. Malkia Cyril is the daughter of one of the original Black Panthers, and the documentary would probably be interesting to many of you. Thank you all.
You know, what you do is so beyond, like, so beyond the earthly realm of poetry. Hence the Gilgamesh, hence the Jedi Master aspect. Like, this dude is so, he's so next level with it. Unmute yourself, give it up for Paul Skiff.
Yeah.
I was today years
Yay!
old when I watched that happen.
Sure.
Paul, you are amazing. As always, you're the just, I never even know how to react other than just to be in awe of what you say. What was the line? Silver nitrate and circumcisions? What?
Oh, and I didn't even know that silver nitrate until I was about 25 and saw a copy of my birth certificate. And it was the regulation back then that had to be entered on your birth certificate to verify they had done that to you. It explained a lot of things to me about my anger.
Silver nitrate. What I know of silver nitrate is that is correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what they use against werewolves, right? To make sure that they do not get up and regenerate. They're just trying to American Werewolf in London you. You're amazing, sir, at what you do and how you do it. Your connection to inspiration is one of a kind. I can't thank you enough for it. Your voice sounds like a symphony all the time, every time I hear it. Truly, truly appreciate you, sir. All right. Couple of more folks on the good luck round. So we have about 8 more. Coming up next, this artist has come through and made themselves a very much continuous contributor to our community. They come through with the work. They are putting in the work, and we are thankful that they are coming through and sharing that work with us. The one and only Sam Hardy is in the building. Hatchery. I'm sorry. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you again. Please take it away.
Thanks a lot, and hello, everyone. I've been working pretty hard on a book for the past 3 years. It's about sexual violence, domestic violence, and childhood sexual assault for survivors. And so I'm going to read some poems from that. The first one is a shorter poem. It's called Something Happened. I know something happened to him. Somewhere out there, someone fitted him for his first wife beater t-shirt and bought him cigarettes, feeding him lies about how he was Superman. Someone big and strong came along and built his ego up so very high and so tall that it was too big for anyone to handle. Someone who told him lies and made him think he was irresistible, that he was the man, and no one dared refuse him. They amputated his sense of decency, his empathy for all others. But I don't care. I can't care about his problems, only what he did to me. Made me grow up thinking all men are animals, scared to be myself, not being sure really who that was anyway. Little girls who thought it was okay to be a whore. So yeah, he was ruined by someone, but I simply just do not care. The second one is a new one. It's called Hotline. It's 4:12 a.m. when the phone buzzes against my pillow like a warning, like a pulse too fast to ignore. I'm instantly awake. She doesn't say her name, just, is someone there? And I say yes, like a vow, like a promise I might not yet know how to keep. There's a silence I've learned to wait through, not empty, but full of everything she doesn't want to remember and may never forget. I count her breaths, match mine to hers, a kind of duet between panic and patience. I listen. I I was raped. She says it like a confession, like a curse, like she's the one who did something wrong. I want so badly to climb into the crack in her voice and pull her out of it. But all I have is my voice, my breath, my breathing on this line between us, humming with pain and still holding. I repeat certain things so she knows I'm listening, so she hears, I believe you. because I remember how much it mattered. When the call ends, I don't cry. I drink water, stare at the wall, let her story settle next to the others, stacked like unsent letters. I'll never burn and never forget. And then the last one, if I can find it here, just one second. Here we go. It's called At the Hospital. And it's brand new. I just wrote it today. I met her in a hallway where no one meets anyone. Fluorescent lights, paper gowns, the smell of antiseptic, and not enough air. I didn't touch her, didn't shake her hand. There's no greeting for something like this. I caught her name like a piece of glass, held it gently until she could take it back. She looked at me like she might fall through the floor, but she didn't cry, neither did I. We both knew how to keep a face on. I offered her water, a blanket, a question. Do you want me to stay? She nodded, or maybe she didn't. I stayed anyway. The nurse came into the room. I silently prayed she would choose each word carefully. The nurse announced, each step must be okayed. Nothing happens without approval, even if it's just a nod. The nurse said, this will be cold. The nurse said, we just need a few samples. The nurse said, we'll move at your pace. I wanted to scream for her. Instead, I folded the blanket again and said nothing. There are no right words for what happens on that paper-covered table. So few words, just yes, okay, and nods from swollen, silent eyes. I watched her watch the ceiling as if something up there could make sense of it all. And I stayed. The police came. And when she finally spoke, it wasn't a story. It was a crack in the world. When it was done, she didn't say goodbye. She didn't need to. Some moments don't end. They just follow you home. Thank you.
And that's how you write visceral poetry. Like, come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam Harder.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are so lucky you keep coming back here. Please do. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Sam, I just completely respect and give praise and thanks for the strength that you're doing what you're doing, for you, me, and her, and all of us. And I thought it was brilliant work. Thank you.
Indeed. Indeed. Like when you go as deep as you do with your artwork, clearly the community feels what you do and your contemporaries let you know how much your work is felt. Um you said a duet between panic and patience. I fucking love that. Climb into the crack in her voice and pull her out of it. Um, we both knew how to keep a face on. Like, there's something about that, right? There's something very real about your writing, and the way that you share it, the way that you deliver it. It is very much felt. Don't be a stranger. We are thankful that you're a member of our community. Great to hear you as always. Appreciate you. All right. We have 4 more on the guaranteed list, and I believe 3 at least on the good luck round. Yo, Bars, yeah, we waiting on you, Bars. Trust, it's coming, bro. It's coming. All right, coming up next, this incredible artist also just published a manuscript with another member of our community. Continues to come through with some incredible work. He focuses, he's dedicated to doing exactly what he does and doing it in the best of ways. The one and only Douglas Kayla is in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
All right. Well, let me hold on. Let me 1 second. Okay. Alrighty then. So yeah, all right, I'm here. I'm gonna rock out with 2 if I can. Hold on. Freezing up a little bit. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Here's the first one. Here's the first one. Forces behind my guttural vibration echo my location, stepping into the soul of my soul. It may be worn, but it's still sturdy, not curdled, murky. Hopelessness has shackled me out of time, needing a rhythmic incantation of feeling, never bending the knee unwillingly, not juxtaposing my pain with another's. For this existence has been littered with red herrings and MacGuffins galore, a Hitchcock film on loop, only with regressive cinematography, for I weave calligraphic webs using pens and notebooks. For my meditations seek me sanctuary, inciting the spark of hope. Speak truth to power beyond mere proclamation, not unlike a furnace, magma hot, volatile in its power, as protests throughout the nation beckon a call for answers and universal healing. Stampedes across widespread America through its peaks and its valleys. From the pitter-patter of rain, the Arctic frostbite of snow, to the barren sand dunes of overlooked canyons, we rage against all storms. There's that one, and I'm going to do one quick one. This one's called Shell Shock. Missiles and warplanes eviscerate this once thriving nation. Capitulation to bureaucrats has resulted in untold casualty. I'm on the front lines of this battle, a former member of bureaucracy with an axe to grind against corrupt administrations, thrown under the bus for not completely fitting in. What is normalcy? What is clemency? For carotid arteries thickened from fast food intake, gastrointestinal problems surface, diarrhea and nausea act as first-line defenses against a failing body, corroding, drain pipes leak, putrid swill, while Capitol Hill lacks capital, economy in free fall, akin to a jumper without a parachute. Misguided targets, tactical assimilation, resistance, futile? Will there be no greater judgment? Carving out a home in a place that never wanted you, chastised and castrated, neutered beyond the organ. For as the piano concerto thumps, the maestro leaps to his feet, waves his hands, carrying the notes to their emotional conclusion. Thank you.
Come on, emotional conclusion. Let's go. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Douglas. Kayla.
Really into the your delivery.
Yes.
You know, your delivery has this tone of urgency, and I'm always moved by
Love
that.
it.
I look for that in people's work, that urgency with which you can, you kind of promote and push forth the experience of your work. Much appreciated.
Very much so. Very much so. And I love that. Just as Gilgamesh said, right? That urgency, that fervency with which you rip, it definitely comes through with every one of your poems. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. All right, folks. We are up against it. All right, for the folks on the good luck round, if you have shorter poems, please prepare them. All right, we have 3 left on the guaranteed list, and I believe we have a full good luck round. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this cat is wildly creative. I'm telling you, whether he's doing his full-on productions or he's sharing it with us. Last time I was here, he was throwing shit over his shoulder. Like, this dude is wildly creative, man, but I appreciate all the creativity that he puts into every ounce and every cipher of his work. The one and only Warren Dixon is in the building, y'all. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
It's great to see you, Elemental. And I gotta tell you, man, I gotta let you know, buddy. Every Thursday that I'm blessed to see you and Ron host these things is sweeter than the Thursdays before. I mean, you and him are killing it, and yeah, man, just keep doing your thing. Don't stop at all. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. My poem is on theme tonight, so I do have one poem that I'm going to share. So here we go. They ask, why care so much? Simple. My ancestors' blood and bones are the foundation of this nation. But that isn't your blood or mine. We have come a long way. True, but broken chains don't free us from shackles, and half measures can't get us across the finish line. If you hate it so much, leave. In case you missed point one, I'd much rather fix what's broken. I want to make sure that the stacked deck is reshuffled, that kids don't have to grow up in war zones where the only way out is death or a casket, where people don't get to profit from the very thing that took others' freedom. I want a playing field that all can use, where the rules make sense and the enforcers are kind, where I'm not the oddity for never having been behind bars, that people realize that there's more to our culture than our bars. I'm over the 40 acres. I want 24 Oscars. Maybe then I'll see myself on more than just ESPN and MTV. Others have it far worse than you. Well, then, let's elevate them too. A rising tide raises all ships. So let's create a flood that washes out the hate. When will people realize that we aren't enemies? That the system crushing you is already destroying me? If they can put people in cages for where they were born, then east side or south of the border are just bad hands we are dealt. I don't know how to fix it, but I care too much to be quiet. So thanks for reading my thoughts. But will you stay silent? And that's all I have. Appreciate y'all.
Will you remain silent? Listen, thankfully, we have a cat named Warren Dixon who will not remain silent. That's what I'm talking about. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Warren Dixon.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Give it
stuff,
up,
Warren.
Warren.
Really nice stuff. Really
Get
nice
it.
stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I like the the way it's sort of set up as a conversation. Warren, if you lived in New York City, I bet I would see you doing that to somebody on the 21 bus.
Well, Paul, I got good news for you. Speaking of New York, I'm supposed to be headed to Buffalo later this year, so who knows? Our paths might cross.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
safe travels. The state could use you.
Well, then, Warren, you got to let me know because the Buffalo is actually a place I could meet you. So let's do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some
Absolutely. I'll
poet
keep y'all in the
friends
loop.
there. And
Good.
I'm just so proud of you. Like, a few weeks ago, saw you in the dark and you're sitting there in the light and delivering this to us with power and confidence. And I'm just extremely proud of you. And I love watching you. I really do. Thank you.
Of course, I appreciate that.
And keep
Thank you.
staying strong, baby.
There is work in this cat's work. It really is, right? Every time you come through, man, you really give it your all. Where kids don't have to grow up in war zones, I think that's a very, very big deal. Anytime you can reach across state lines and borders, we should all try to do that, really, right? We may have a name for ourselves in the little towns or sections that we live in, but the world needs to know, right? The adjoining state, the adjoining continent needs to know the work that we put in. Find yourself in those spaces, connect with these greatest community members in the world, right? And let's keep that going. All right. 2 more artists on the guaranteed list. And you have to understand who these next 2 cats are, right? Both of these next 2 cats were members of slam teams that competed in the Southern Fried Poetry Competition 2025 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Both of these next two artists made their presence felt with an effortlessly smooth delivery. You're about to hear some of the best poetry in the world with these next two poets. Honestly, prepare yourself. No joke at all. Prepare yourself. Coming up first. There's so many things I could say about this cat. He's not only my slam master, he is the slam master of the world. He is like, the razor blade that razor blade shave with. He is just that dude sitting next to the dude who just doesn't give a flying filth for him. Filth. Let the church say, outlaw. The one and only teammates in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Take it away.
Before I say anything, thanks for the intro. And we took a virtual team to Southern Fried. And it's fucking amazing. Like, to just be there around other cats and other contemporaries. And like in the top 20 moments people are writing about Southern Fried, our name keeps popping up in them. So we represented the virtual world well. So it was awesome. I got a poem for you. Shout outs to Elemen2al, shout outs to Maddie, shout outs to Sidekick, shout outs to Steph and Miko. You will never be able to buy me, but you can for damn sure borrow the bottom lines of these middle flip fingers. I can finance you 2 fuck yous at a hallelujah high interest rated us as a force to be fucking reckoned with. The year 2006, too rich with character to be bought by anyone, a cluster of 20-something, low self-esteems, a bunch of balancing act basket cases. We lubricated our longing for self-love by throwing back shot after shot of asphalt elixir, self-medicating mixtures of hydrocodone pain pills, codeine X pills, beer mixed with liquor, mushrooms mixed with dry cereal. Listen to me carefully, motherfucker. I said we couldn't be bought by anyone. We rented out rooms in lions' dens without paying rent, furnished figurative language with cigarette butts, and stranger, best believe you are goddamn beautiful. Professors were dumbfounded by our use of diction. View pimping promoters the way we view pimping preachers and pastors as nothing more than a buffet's collection plate of bastards. Don't you dare ask us if we believed in God. We know God personally. Do you know how many meals I miss solely surviving off the words I spit? Too often cracking smiles like pickaboo coffins, dreams like nightmares raising up the dead. Pardon me, I'm for the pupil posted up on this tongue, but why won't someone turn up these muses in my head? For I've forgotten which one sounds like God. During our hangout late night sessions, we had killers and convicts holding conversations with tenured professors and religious studies theologians. We were anthropologists and fashion majors, high school teachers and sign language interpreters, self-employed businessmen and double majoring college graduates. We were restaurant waiters and servers and busboys and barbacks. We were 3 a.m. late night drummer boys and left-handed guitar players, tap dancers and interpretive dancers, and shit, a ton fuck of sultry soul singers, y'all. We were hippies and graphic design artists. We were classically trained pianists and ballet dancers. We graduated from the Juilliard School of Music and Juilliard School of Dance. We were exercise physiologists and part-time psychologists, and once a Marine, always a Marine. I am a coterie of diction defying a heaven of a hallelujah, of a high rewire act. New yo, we were concrete killers of catharsis. The cement mixture killers of the page. The word art hidden in the word heart. And motherfucker, we couldn't be bought by anyone. Poem.
I told y'all, man, this cat keep her concrete outlaw. Unmute yourself, give it up for CP. Man.
Bruh.
Goddamn.
Brought the dogs out.
Thank you.
I literally brought my dogs out.
Wow.
Boy,
Crazy.
I gotta tell you, Maze, you were amazing. You were amazing. Maze was amazing.
That part.
Fire, man.
I'm so
Yeah,
happy you
Maze.
guys had a great time up there. That's amazing.
I'm not too worried thinking that you're not on your way to your next triumph. Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Stay away from the trials.
Yeah, it was weird to be the slam master of our virtual team. And I had a little everybody in my head going to these bouts, you know, and knowing that we were repping a community that's a sub community within the fucking community, you know what I'm saying? And to take it to such a big dance and have people recognize us for our writing, it fucking means the world to me just to be around. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for your being out there in the lead with the whole digital communication of it. You know, you're the people now innovating on that because you've broken that barrier at that event, and that's a different standard they're going to have to start talking to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of did a thing. Shout out Tyler Durden, aka Miko. Shout out Cyanide, aka Sidekick. Shout out Maddie Baby. Listen, we just kind of went and did a thing. This cat, like I said, he is not a slam master. He is the slam master. Winner of the Slam Masters Slam at Southern Fried. He just does this, y'all. Like really, like you have no idea. This cat was a rock star for real. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's CB Mays." But he came through and he did the thing. I couldn't have asked for a better slam master, and a dope ass brother. Like he's just one of those dudes. Appreciate you, Mays. Shout out Swanye West. Shout out Double Dragon. Shout out the Outlaws. It's what we do. All right. Coming up next, yo, when I saw this cat at So Fried, I was like, yo, bars in the building, right? It has been a while, right? And then he was like, yo, you know, we just happened to come through and do some things. And then his team came through and did some of the dopest team work that I saw the entire competition, right? They had this infomercial slam that were just like, and they were just like, it was just sick, man, for real. This cat on his own is one of the dopest poets in the world, and you're about to find out why. Good to see you, Bars. The one and only Nick Austin is in the building, y'all. Shout out No Filter. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is great to see you. Please.
Hey, it's great to be back, man. What's up, y'all? My name is Nick Austin, aka Bars. I am the co-captain of the No Filter Slam team coming out of Philly. But I'm originally from New York. Queens in the building. What's up, y'all? Southside Jamaica, Queens. Let me get right to this poem. Y'all can see my IG in the name. It's at Nick Austin Poetry. And yeah, I'm gonna get this poem. It's called Black Messiah. I am A revolutionary. I don't know which tool you use more, your badge or the noose you carry. One's for your day job, the other's for your night shift. You put a knee on my brother's neck while you crack my mother with a nightstick, slap my father with a false arrest, stab my sister across the dress. How you gonna pump black children full of antidepressants when you're the one who caused the stress? It should be no surprise why we're all depressed. You stripped us of our joy when you ripped us from our land. When you were giving out opportunities, you skipped our open hands. I hope you understand that Uncle Sam don't give a damn about anyone that ain't his nieces or nephews. They refuse to color Superman black because ain't nobody coming to our rescue. But it's okay, because I know y'all. Yeah, you the guys who want to see us unified, who don't want to see us unified, so you utilize every strategy to crucify our messiahs by any means necessary, sending a bevy of black bodies overboard where the rest are buried in their watery graves. You don't want us to master any skills because you still think we ought to be slaves. Essentially, white supremacy is your specialty. I know y'all hold it dear. That's why you force us to call you officer, because we no longer call you overseer. America loves to keep us ignorant. That's why you don't want no educated blacks. The ones in charge won't change it because they arranged it. Who you think generated crack? How about I go and tell folk about COINTELPRO and how y'all killed folk that you saw as a danger? How can my people start morphing our future when y'all keep removing the power from our mightiest rangers? Like poor old Fred, who slept in his cold bed when you illegally raided his home and fed lead to his whole head. He survived by his wife and son. Not only do you want us to kill ourselves, but you happily hurry to provide the knife and gun that J. Edgar Hoover vacuum led to so much black doom, painting everyone an enemy if they arrived here from a black womb. That's why I know in my heart that at least at the start, the FBI was created to fight black intelligence, foster black ignorance, and foil black improvement until we finally break indefinitely. And you can't convince me otherwise. I done heard too many mothers cry. I done seen too many brothers die. You were loud as a lion when you labeled the Panthers as terrorists, but you kept quiet as a mouse on what exactly you thought the terror is. Black power, black wealth, black prosperity, black health, black life, black liberty, and the never-ending pursuit of black happiness. That's why I believe us blacks have to get with the program. And I ain't talking about the free breakfast. We got to get off the soapboxes, because when it comes to our youth, when you're young, it's easy to be restless. I know it seems like Fred's dream died with him on December 4th, 1969, but it didn't, no matter how badly you wanted it to. If anything, his murder opened more eyes to his objective, and they saw it was true. Rival gangs focused their arms to the one who truly meant them harm. They saw it was you. And if you think this poem and this message will only live until my execution, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution. Bars.
Oh, come on, boys. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Nick Austin.
Free them all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Free them
sir.
all.
Dude,
Big up, Nick. Free them all.
Oh my goodness.
if somebody was having cardiac arrest, they would be like, fuck the paddles. Get bars over here. We're gonna wake this bug up. Like, for real.
Yeah, really blown
Nick,
away by your, how in your delivery so much of the rhymes kind of disappear. They're so slickly in there. It's like you could be standing in an office and speaking that, and people would not know you wrote that as a poem.
That is one I'm going to go back and rewatch for sure.
I tried to warn y'all about what Bars does, right? Shout out Bars, man. Shout out No Filter. Yo, I love the fact that you haven't missed a step. I love the fact that not that I was expecting you to, but I love the fact that you, and I believe this is what So Fry does to everyone, is it forces you to turn it up, right? It forces you to kind of like, oh, I thought 10 was the maximum. Nah, nah, there's more to it, right? That piece definitely is one of those slap my father with a false arrest. Hope you understand Uncle Sam don't give a damn about anyone that's not A niece or nephew. Like that's just ridiculous. White supremacy is your specialty. This is what I love about poets, folks, is they will always create word combinations that you've never heard before. I appreciate you, Bars, for rocking with us. I appreciate your fervency for ripping the way that you do. Don't be a stranger, man. The world needs to hear from you more and more and more. Appreciate you, man. That's that fucking work, homie. That's that work. Appreciate you. Bars in the building, for real. All right. We have reached a good luck round. Folks, if you have shorter poems, that would be very much appreciated. Again, shout out Maddie. I don't think she is still in the building. But again, shout out to Outlaws in the building. All right. So we have got 4 that are in the building that are gonna rock with us. All right. Oh, definitely, Gina. We got you. Definitely, Gina. We got you. All right, so coming up first, this artist continues to come through. Her name is not necessarily indicative of what she does. Though she may speak softly, her voice is loud. You're about to find out why. The one and only Whisper Poet is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, and thank you for your commentary this evening. Please, take it away.
Let's go. Thank you so much. It's so great to be back and see so many people that I recognize. Beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful words. I love it. I love y'all. I am on TikTok, Whisper_Poet, Facebook, Whisper Space Poet, and the Gram, Whisper_Poet. Also, Whisper_Poet jewelry and art as well. And I am going to do a piece for you. It's called Eat. I've got meat in my teeth. Keep your toothpick. I'm not going to pick them clean. I'm going to lick my lips and savor your remains. I made a mess of you. And in consuming you, I made a mess of me. Oh, sweet cyanide, you slide luxuriously through my mind like the dark red of the lava lamp glides by. Erotic amoeba that will absorb you with nothing left behind. I remember you lying naked on a table of my love. You looked so beautiful in my antique etched crystal while I sipped the wine of your blood. Such a hunger in me you incited, and it hollows my stomach against my spine. I am voracious. And while you may wish it otherwise, you can't resist my will. I will crack your bones and suck the marrow of your mind into mine while I grind, lick my fingers free of your grease, then eye you up and down over the possibility of another taste. Oh yes, please. Render you in my blender, slather you on my starving skin, absorb the sweet sweat of your integument. Drape myself in your desire. It pours over me like angel dust and whiskey. I will wear you in luxury while I pickline you into the heart of me. I am the sweet succubus you had no idea you would find when you strutted into my DMs, a refugee from the mundane. Oh, how you must regret ever sharing your name. But you gave me everything I took, and I have no qualms over my ethics of the past, except that I liquidated you, then seduced you into my genie bottle of kaleidoscopic glass, my own personal mixture of Goldschlager and Astroglide, and now it's your doppelbanger instead of you that buzzes, yes, goddess, when your name screams from between my thighs. Your sex filled me with the hubris of desire. I know I did wrong to burn you to your bones with my unquenchable fire. Emotional cannibalism is consumption of flesh because it was your heart I devoured. And if it's wrong, I don't care that I still revel in your taste. I know I will be judged for this, and knowing it, I would do it all over again. But this is the truth of my own heart. It isn't murder, because I loved you until death do us part.
That's called dangerous. It almost sounds like a poem written by a succubus.
You know who inspired that? China Bloodmeyer. I interviewed her for The Heart of the Artist, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll how China rolls for a moment in time. Yeah, China inspired that.
Man, shout out China Bloodmeyer. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Whisper
Let's
Poet.
go.
Wow.
Let's go. I'm here for the shits and the giggles. Let's go.
Yeah, emotional cannibalism. I kind of connect that now with a lot of people I've known.
Emotional.
The whole thing of, whisper, like you brought it in the Whisper Girl, like your voice, that delivery, the deepness and the darkness and the beauty, like it was full on. It was the whole thing. It's the whole thing, and I loved it.
That's a Paul Skiff inspiration right there. I always try to say, if I can perform it as well as Paul does, I'll be doing good.
Listen, how you do what you do, and the way you deliver your work, inspired by China Bloodmeyer or not, you embodied that piece and then bodied that piece. I mean, like, that's how you do it. If you're not gonna do it that way, then you shouldn't approach it that way at all. The writing, the way that your rhyme scheme jumped in there, really, really sick, really, really dope. Thank you, Whisper Poet, for hanging out with us this evening and putting in that work. That's just dope. Don't be a stranger. That's just work. All right. Coming up next, Mrs. Good Luck Round herself is in the building. She continues to come through. And listen, at this point, I honestly have no idea what she's going to do. But I can guarantee you it's probably going to be dope. Because that's just what she does. The one and only Elizabeth Horan is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, man. Please, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Brilliant stuff, brilliant work. We missed you last week, but Matthew did a bang up job. It's fab. I'm just gonna read two short ones. How about that? I don't need to do a lot of introduction. Just read them. This one is called Inpatient. I think my room was number 14. One time my pastor came. I think his name was Mark. He came to visit, I suppose, to bless me, and the nurses, they asked me, may he come in? And I didn't know what to do, so I said, no, he cannot. But I have wondered all these 24 years since, might I have succumbed to Jesus? Might I have been reborn? Maybe even saved on the life raft that religion has the propensity to relay. I would have saved all that disgusting food, the hangovers, all that wasted energy from trying to kill myself so stupidly, so slowly. Mark, the pastor, came to visit, and in fear of man, God's eye on my body, on my sin, I never opened the door to let him in. And I'll do one more if you don't mind. This one is called Tapping Myself in March. It's gluttony again, this ache, this belly stab. God, such iron thorns get into my wrists. Worse, this new scrape of shit. I can't get all the filth off with only my fingernails. I must cut, cut, cut. I like the way that rolls out. Cut me, go ahead, open it up. Infinite ways to release blood. A bud of innocent rose, one droplet, simple trickle. Nature's pink, morning dew. My arm awakens, my brain checks out. The relief is worth the vermilion color. Forest capillaries to tap, maple sugar's platelet run, sweet to lick, better boiled down in the bucket, the bath, use the cloth. I use the cloth. I keep it in the special spot. I'll never run out of this. Crucial escape. Well, if I'm smart, I'll hide inside antagonistic. Antagonistic cape. Sorry. Don't ask, don't tell. I swear I wear these sleeves for armor's sake, the same way I don the crimson silk to soothe the illness of my sunken brain, to turn it off, to feel something again. Thank you so much.
You're incredible. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth. Horrid.
Elizabeth,
Wow. Appreciate your truth. Let's go.
that was such an incredible piece, speaking about the euphoria of that.
I'm on.
Right? Right. You know, the thing that struck me was the part about, and it just comes up at the very end, the journey of it. You may not know, you know, what you need to do or how or when, but eventually you decide and you make your move out.
For sure. Your poems have such a depth to them. And how you put in that work, like how deep you dig to reach those depths, to find that artistry, and then dig it all the way up and be willing to share it with us, right? I like to say, whether she's on the Plath path or some other path, she puts in the work, folks. And that is just another example of why we call her Mrs. Good Luck Round, because she does it. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. And even the puppy in the background was like, yo, let's do it. Right? Appreciate you. Appreciate you for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. 3 artists left this evening. Coming up next, I like to call this cat the captain of the street team, because he stays 10 toes down about putting in the work. If you're going through Wisconsin, if you're going through Chicago, make sure you plug in with this cat, because he's got the work, right? President of his own chapter of Poet. This cat is so very serious about what we do. We were rapping earlier about how he gets it done every time. Doesn't matter where he is, he puts it in, right? Shout out what Bars was mentioning about the chairman, because this cat connected me with the chairman. I'll let you tell that story, man. The one and only Inspiration in the building with a signature smile on. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Great to see you, brother, as always. Please, take it away.
Well, thank you. So, yes, I do have a story about Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. We'll have to say that for another time, or hit me up. Phone number 414-236-9233. I am open to talk. I have a piece I call Black History. You'll have to bear with me. I got dentures recently. This is Black history through eyes that you won't see. You can call them chameleon eyes. You can say it's me. So me says to you that I want you to listen as I share my soul with your time and ask a couple questions and share a few things that are on my mind. So once again, I ask, will you listen? I question why. Why every blue moon is it that I get called a blue-eyed devil? But then for the most part, it's said that I have a blue-eyed soul. Now, some of y'all may think that just one of those comments is ignorant and one of them is a compliment. But me, I see 2 out of 2. I see them both to be ignorant because I don't have blue eyes. I haven't had blue eyes since I was just a knee high. Again, you can call them million eyes. And you can say it's me. But today is Black history. This is Black history and human nature. Black to white, white to Black interpretations. The keywords like Black or white being used in this conversation. Or the speech that's being preached. And it's up to you if you're being taught, because it's you that has to reach with your ears and listen in order for someone else to teach. Not stand here and preach. So I guess this conversation is the souls from that of white to a majority of Black. Labels of color only coming from the color of skins, not within. Now, some people might say and think that I act Black, but can we please put that state of mind back? I mean, way back in history. And me being on the stage in the Zoom world, could this be considered Black history? Back in the 60s, civil rights was fought for and won for, Black and white to be one. So we need to think before we speak. A lot of times we're unaware that we speak in subliminal conversations that lead to mind manipulation in our everyday to day life conversations. So on that note, why does soul have to be labeled a certain way? Northern or Southern soul, brown or blue-eyed soul, Black or white? Come on, man. We all know the backgrounds. Fuck it. Fuck that. That's how we're gonna do it. So come on, man. We all know the backgrounds are different, but soul is soul. Don't we really label enough? Do we really need to label soul? Because to me, that shit's a no-no. Because the separation of soul is nothing but a new version of segregation. So right now, I'm going to speak on some stereotypical type situations. So please allow me to teach through the eyes that you don't see. Why? When someone imitates a white person, they make their voice to sound all high-pitched and squeaky and speaking big, humorous words. I don't know why. Please, somebody tell me why. Because it sounds stereotypical to me. I mean, does my voice sound all high-pitched and squeaky? I personally don't think so. Generation to generation, ignorance is still being taught and witnessed in person in too many situations. Some of our kids are being taught this by their favorite TV stars and entertainers on a day-to-day basis. Shall I dare to say Jay-Z? Oops, I meant Kanye. Yeah, I'm watching the throne of hip-hop and the Pope. So when will the new revolution be televised? Because these videos I see on BET and MTV, they need to go. And if our child's first 5 years is so influential and the voices on radio are so damn friendly and the beat is fucking banging, then yeah, that's pretty fucking subliminal and influential radio co-stars of the Illuminati. So let's start the killing of stereotypes here. Niche. I could point out a few in every room I go to on every night in which I attend a mic. Crime isn't limited to Black or brown skin in inner cities. And I'll throw in a fact, kids may play together, but are subliminally segregated until we as parents and role models learn how to reach and teach and continue to fight by exercising our rights to educate each other, which leads me to my last and final example. Please listen. Being married to a Black woman and having a child with that woman, this is what bothers me about our daughter's future. Why, when a Black person has a high IQ, dresses a certain way, speaks proper, is book smart, all of a sudden it said, you don't want to act high and mighty and shit. You want to act all white and shit. Or that must be the white in you. Let's go back in time for a bit. Would you say that to Martin Luther King Jr., Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X? How about Booker T. Washington or Benjamin Bradley or even Benjamin Banneker? How about Betty or Betsy Carter or even George Washington Carver? Take a look at how they dressed, their IQs, and how they spoke and held themselves up in public. Would you say and call them that they acted white or cheesy? I don't think so. Because them people, they're real heroes, real role models. They were inventors, teachers, scientists, and historians, not just leaders and preachers. And you want to know why this new generation ain't stepping up to the same as that first generation? It's because the second generation didn't do the same. So dumb is a new cool. And being dumb shows struggle. So they accept street cred instead of college cred. So staying proud and open-minded and even humble while pushing forward to a better future like that first generation is so important. Because the civil leaders fought for, killed for, and had a dream of, and we as human beings need to continue to educate each other, not segregate each other, and allow ourselves to be one amongst each other. And that there is the soul of inspiration. I am a person of extraordinary talent. Poet!
I keep telling y'all, this dude does it for real, man. I'm telling you. Unmute yourself, give it up for inspiration.
Oh,
Okay, I had to take
let's
the
go,
teeth out.
poet. Let's go, poet. Come on, I inspiration.
Nice.
That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my guy. That's my man. Let's go.
Chippendales take off clothes. Poets, man, we're like, take the fucking teeth out and let's go.
I love don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Like I love him on a level y'all can't even comprehend.
Wait till I get on
It
her
got
erotica
real.
tip.
Yeah, dumb is the new cool. I want to see that on a billboard.
Told you.
There's plenty of them.
Man, I told you. People accept street cred more than college cred. I told you that shit was heavy, man. Right? And the fact that you let people know what it is, right? About the grill. You didn't have to do that, right? You really didn't. Just like when you're on stage and you happen to fumble or bumble or drop a line. Folks don't know what it is unless you tell them what it is. You know what I mean? But you let them know from the onset. And you just did that work. You just put in the work. That's what it's about. Appreciate you for doing what you do and bringing folks with you, man. That's how it's done. All right. Two more artists. And we are right at the 3-hour mark. And I'm going to do my best to jump into the cipher this evening because we have not in a while. So, folks, stay tuned. We're more than likely going to jump into the cipher. All right. Coming up next, I believe this is your first time rocking with us.
Yes.
Yes? Listen, there are very few things that are better than hearing a new voice in this space. So, without giving us your address, tell us where in the world that you are plugging in from.
Right now, I'm in Philly. I'm from Jersey, though. Jersey.
Jersey in the building, Philly in the building. Listen, we've been doing this and doing this and doing this well for a couple years now. Where the hell you been? However, welcome to the greatest community in the world. It is great to see you. Let these folks know where they can find you. Listen, you see how it's been going this evening. Take it away. Welcome.
Hi, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Lovely, the poet. I am an author and an educator. I'm also dropping an EP, an R&B EP at 12. So look out for all my things. I'm going to drop my link in the chat. And today I'm going to read from my book, Lovely Truths and Metaphorical Violence. And this poem is a combination of a few of my identities. It's also Pride Month, so this is dedicated to the Black queer folks of the world, and especially the Black queer youth. It's called The First Pride After the Police Are Gone. We'll throw flowers of every color we can find in the air. Instead of bricks, we'll throw balloons filled with pink paint, like the pink from the pride flag, the one they didn't have fabric for back in the day. Pour it out for the pigs. Let it splatter all over the ground instead of our blood, and dance in its rain. We'll move light on our feet in streets and on rooftops we own, 'cause shit ain't so heavy no more, or expensive. We gonna survive off love for a while. Instead of capitalism, we'll draw ourselves far beyond the age of 35 in piles of ashes, on signs that say ding dong, the pigs are dead. Sculpt our new cities from headquarters debris and hang disco balls from all the streetlights left standing. 'Cause the new curfew is whenever your feet get tired. A rainbow as wide as Marsha P's smile will grace the sky. All the Black queers will be free, 'cause we burned all the closets down too. And the Black angels will be avenged, and the Black babies will be safe and have safe space to grow till they turn angels on their own time. 'Cause we burned down all the bridges that don't serve us no more. And there are no thugs with batons at either end of the new ones we've manifested. Just more pink paint and more flowers and more hugs. Nothing runs out anymore for the people who build everything from scratch when they've only scratched the surface. Ashe. Thank y'all. You can find me on Instagram at Lovely the Poet. So it's spelled Lovelee, like it is on here. The Poet, the with 2 E's. And then that's my art page. You can also find me at Mari the Mogul. And if you Google me, you'll see all of my art things. I'm also on YouTube, and I'm going to drop the link right now. So thank y'all. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, you. Before I even get to it, telling you that you fucked up, you just fucked up. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lovely the Poet.
Here it comes. Tell her. Tell her how she fucked up.
We're going to pop the cherry baby. Pop, pop the cherry baby. Pop, pop the cherry baby.
Baby, I'm sorry. I was on a delay because I be high. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your delivery just sent me. I feel so soothed by what you did with all that depredation. You're like a shaman when you do that.
Ooh. Gilgamesh called you a shaman.
For real. How you supposed to follow that up with a comment?
Right? So basically what we're telling you is that you just totally fucked up. Because now you have to be here every Thursday. When you show up and show out like that, you got to come back because we need more of your work, right? We just need to make sure that you're really about that life because all of that poem right there was about that life. Really. Soaked in artistry. Like we need all of that work. So come back and remind us that what you do is not a fluke, but your poetry is real and it's soaked in the depths of your soul. That's what I mean. Every time y'all hear me say, oh, you just fucked up, is because that's what we want to hear. That is the work of the artist. That is the work of the poet, is to do and give, like split your own chest open, right? We're not talking about no Superman Clark Kent, like, oh, I'm just going to remove this layer of clothing to show you what I got underneath. No. We are splitting our own rib cage to show you that our blood beats this poetry. Thank you for doing what you do. Don't be a stranger. Of course, we will be looking for you next week. Appreciate you. All right. Closing us out this evening, we have an artist that was brought to us by the captain of the street team, I believe. So, Miss Gina Storm, without giving us your particular address, tell us where in the world you are plugging in from this evening.
Oh, I am from the southwest suburbs of Chicago, Joliet. I'm trying to reconstruct, revive, and revamp the Joliet chapter of Poet because I inspiration has been like riding me like a bareback mule in the South. I'm like, bro, I'm on it. And he was like, no, you got to make it happen. And then he brings all the other members of the organization, people of extraordinary talent, to put foot to ass. So all I can say is thank you, Craig. Love you, mean it. I inspiration is a beast when it comes. That's the love right there. But can I turn on my camera or no?
Yeah, we got
Can
you.
y'all see me or no?
Yes, we can see
Okay,
you.
so
Uh,
I didn't know if y'all could
Down
see
in the
me.
building. Listen, we love the fact that you're here. We love the fact that the captain of the street team is continuing to do the job that he's been tapped to do.
Oh
We are
my
looking
God.
forward to what you have to share with us. Please let these folks know where in the world they can find you. It is great to see you. Welcome to the
Okay.
greatest community in the world. Please take it away.
All right. So I just want to shout out the last poet who was on the mic. She put up her link tree. I tried to link with her tree. I'm a double nickel, so old as I am, my technology skills are very limited. I might have to rely on my grandchildren to make that happen. But you can find me wherever you can find poetry. My name is Gina with an E, storm like inclement weather, and I'm everywhere that poetry can be found because I'm sunshine on a rainy day. And I got to give it to you off the dome because I'm a freestyle spoken word artist. This is my piece for Juneteenth. I'm black, not like regular black or, blackity black, or not black with an addendum or an agenda. I'm not the kind of black that makes you feel like other people are whack. Nah, I'm the kind of black that lets me know that no matter what goes on in my life, if I'm stopped in traffic with a family member and I'm riding in the passenger seat, shotgun, we could be stopped. And they're going to need some ID and everybody to get out of the car. I ain't mad at that. Because I'll be honest with you. This melanated skin that I live in, I don't even feel like it's an adversary. I feel like this is my ally. See, this is part of my superpowers. It's one of the things that gives me the voice and the energy that I need on any given day. I can step in any place and do what I need to do. Because I know that sometimes people be acting like, sound like a white girl. And I'd be like, excuse you? Uh, I may be my mother's only Caucasian child when it comes to the way that I articulate my words. But please understand and fuck what you heard. Anything that you believe that you came to before this day that you heard from me, I need you to know that I am not here for the shenanigans or the games. I'm not here for the giggles or the shits. I'm not here for none of it. What I'm doing simply is making sure that you understand, appreciate, and accept the fact that I am black. Sometimes I just gotta be regular black. Not the blackety black that people are doing February, not the blackety black on Juneteenth because those slaves in Texas didn't know they were free, not the blackety black that people expect from people who look like me. You see my curly hair. People always ask me, what you mix with? I'm thinking, nigga, greatness and brilliance. I don't know what you think. Because there's a time in my life when every time that I wake up, I look in the mirror and I say, good morning, gorgeous, to me because nobody else may even see me that way. So I'm not out here waiting for accolades, nor do I need roses to be thrown at my feet. I don't need these petals to walk across because I know what it took for my ancestors to do the same things that I do every day, but they were shook because they were in shackles and they came to this country and they were property. The difference between them and me is I wish you would, because today and today, and I ain't never the one. So all you can do is make sure that you show up and show out every day that you do. This is probably the first time some of y'all have even heard from me. So I have to make a first impression the way that we do, because we only get one chance. And when I step to the mic, I'm gonna let you know that this is not the rehearsal, it's the show. So let's dance. grab my hand. I'm going to step with you like I was in Chicago. But I live in Joliet, outside of the sky. And that's okay. So I'm going to bring that POET energy back here. And y'all got to know why. Because poet is till I die. And that's my piece.
Ah, damn. Okay. I see you. I see you for real though. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jenna Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah,
I had to go in. I had to.
love
I had
it.
to.
You did that. You did
I
that.
love it.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, what took you so long to find us? You're right at home here.
Yeah.
I had to pull her by the ear. Paul.
Jana.
That was a welcome home.
Wow.
Part of my job, man, is I swear I feel sometimes I'm here to resurrect some areas that have been forgotten. And Joliet, Illinois has been forgotten. And Gina Storm and I are going to resurrect that motherfucker, just like we helped resurrect Detroit Poet Chapter. So I'm going to keep moving around and keep lifting up. And she's definitely one to lead that storm, you know.
For sure. Like, listen. What she just came and she said that was off the dome, right? Um, not everyone has that skill. Not everyone is willing to do it and do it at such a high level. And then make it sound seamless. Thank you. Right? As you've heard me say to a couple of other members of the community this evening, you, man, have officially fucked up. With all of your garage energy that you were rocking with this evening, we are here for it, ma'am. We are here, okay? Welcome to the greatest community in the world. We can do the pop, the cherry, baby. I already told you fucked up. Be here every Thursday, right? Because we are here for that work. We want to hear your voice because of the clarity of it, because of the necessity of it, right? And there's only one Gina Storm. I don't care where you from. You represent Poet, and we want to hear your voice. You feel me? So, don't be a stranger. Make sure you come through. Make sure you put your information in the chat if you have any, so the community can connect with you. All right, folks. It has been a great evening. Y'all are the dopest artists in the world. We have heard from incredible artists. We even got a collaboration in this evening. We heard from the daughter of Krypton. We heard from the Earth Spirit. We heard from Gilgamesh. We heard from the Catman. We heard from Math. We heard from Mr. Chicken Soup, right? We heard from Dr. Love. We heard from the Slam Master of the world. And we heard from Bars. Like, yo, So Fried in the building. We heard from the Outlaws this evening. It was incredible, y'all. I can't thank you enough. I'm going to let my text get out of here. Stay tuned. We are going to jump into the cipher. Thank you, all of you, from the opener to the closer, for all that you do, for rocking with us, for making this the dopest, hypest night of the week, and for making this the greatest community in the world. We're going to end the night like this until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it's truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.